Welcome in to the game. And I'm going to restream Aaron to Tires for just a little bit here. Uh, uh, he's still going strong. So and I'll get the other channels set up and welcome in. So as the links propagate, notifications go out, just welcome in. We'll see how tonight's show is going to go. Never do know. So here we go. Gotta check these other channels. And let's get Aaron over here. And well, there he is.
But the day after, I might take the bus and go get my fishing license.
They can hear us. What's up?
Yeah, they stuck the buck out of it, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know all about it, Zachary.
Rock on.
Yeah, right on. Eat some fish. You, Uncle, welcome back, man. Glad to see you, man. Nah, I gotta get a fishing license. 34, thank you, Tanya. That's a good number. That's a good number for me. That's a good. Our magic number is 75, which, you know, is a work in progress. It's a work in progress. I'm trying to get to Twitch. Well, I could be a Twitch affiliate like today. If I get 75 people on a stream, then I qualify for a partner. There it is. Thank you, Miss Miriam. We got her all swept out over there, Wonk. Yeah, Sagi. I'm just going to call you Wonka. I like that. Saying Wonka. Now got her all swept out today. And I'm happy. I can work on the doors tomorrow. We're going to try to secure the doors so people can't get in there. Except me. I didn't get no fucking... I get a little fucking ding dong when Emerald comes up. Oh, I'll try 5. Yeah, sometimes they give you notifications, sometimes they don't. Get down there on the OJ. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it. Now, but tomorrow's door day. Thank you for that. Yeah, well, please let me know when you're restreaming me. I appreciate that. Like a lot, dude. Yeah, because I can't read your chat. And I know there's people trying to chat with me and it ain't happening. I got my chat over here too. And it's 10:14. I'll go like another 5 minutes and I'll head over there. I'm ready for a pee break anyways. I went 3 hours today, man. I get a pee break. I know, that's all good. Yeah, I like to know when I'm streaming over on you, Emerald, just because I watched shit. I watched one of your videos that was streaming me, and there's the chat there, and I don't see your chat. I can't respond to your chatters. I don't like that. And my phone ain't let me do it, dude. For some reason, I'm telling you, I hit the link. It says I can report or block you. That's it. Those are the only options I get. It did work on my phone like 6 months ago. I hit that link and I can do it on the phone. So it ain't. They're just fucking with the tires. They're fucking with the tires. I tried from Twitch and I tried from my Streamlabs, and neither of them work, dude. I gotta get on a laptop. That's what I need. I need a laptop. That's a possibility, Dallas. I updated and it fucked up. Yeah, it's a good possibility right there.
I'm sorry, Weinberger.
Fucking bullshit.
No.
Brian! Hey, Brian, I got a hash pipe for you. And we're gonna hit up. Brian, I've got a hash pipe here somewhere. Where'd it go? It's gotta be somewhere. There it is. Right on, man. I got my hash pipe. Which direction? No. Fucking east to west. I whenever I say I'll hail tripod, I don't drink on stream. They're psyche, or they're Wonka. I'm just gonna call you Wonka. Oh God, it's so good. My mouth just watered. It's great.
Ranger, come here. Good boy.
It's tasty.
Come
it's
on, you
tasty.
stay over here. Yeah, you just go, boy. Good boy.
Nah, I'm just chilling. I'm having a good time.
Okay, got all the bugs off.
I'm loving fucking what I'm doing. We're squatting in a fucking abandoned factory. Let's get it done.
That's my buddy.
We're down, Miss Miriam. I'll see you over at Emerald's.
Sit.
Check out 35.
Good boy.
Oh, there we go. Let's put that away. The high test. That's like 93 fucking octane weed or something. No, that's good stuff. Nah, that gets me all pie.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's almost like a dab, Dallas.
Okay. Is this working?
It's 50%. A dab is about 70%. Tanya, take care of yourself.
Stop.
You know, when you get it, I understand you're chasing some money at work, but lay down when you get home and take it easy and relax. Take your medicine. Drink orange juice instead of pop. Tanya, I'll try to. Oh, that was rough. Ooh, leaks.
Ranger. Chill. Ranger. Come here. Come here. Boy. Come here.
Yeah, you got
Come here. Ranger.
Tanya.
Ranger, come here.
And yes, Brian, you're not out of line. Tiny is beautiful.
Yeah, he's. I know. Come here, boy. Good boy. Come here. Come here.
And she
Come
gets
here.
all gussied up for her streams, and she does
Come
a good
here.
job at her streams. She's playing memes.
Come here. Sit.
And that's what
Sit. Hold on.
she's doing the memes.
Hold on a second.
I think
Just a
that's
second.
as good as the memes. Gotta have memes. And you gotta see them.
Hey. Hey, Ranger. Ranger. Come here. Come here. Sit. 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 Come here. Right here. Just my boy.
Now you gotta have
Boy,
memes.
come here.
And Tanya doesn't.
Boy, that's
And Tanya, you're happy and bubbly, and you're getting fucked up.
He's taller than me now, sitting on my lap. Sit. Yep. No, you just don't need to go do that. Do you know who that is? You know who that is. You silly boy. He's got friends here now, so he's like,
the one thing.
my cousin's here, and he's got his dog here.
Tanya. Yeah, Tanya's from Canada, so she's got a Canadian accent.
Ranger. Shh. Not
The
enough.
word about.
Hush.
B-O-U-T.
Hush.
Tanya says,
Hush.
I like that one. That's my favorite.
Ranger.
Instead of
Hey,
about.
what's up, Dennis? Welcome in, Bubba.
I think it's that French getting in there.
Yeah.
Boot. Aaron's might have a Q accent.
All right, hold on a second. Ranger's got me dead. It's past his bedtime. It is.
I'll get another one off you, Tanya. Oh, it's Ontario people. Okay, Tanya. My Michigan, his sister in Michigan says a boot. Aaron on tap. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Tanya. I thought you did. There are certain words. I'll pick your words apart, Tanya. Oh no, you're speaking English, but you got a dialect. It's. Hey, I probably say words like I say the word instead of creek, like a creek. You go to the creek over here. I say creek. It's a crick. And like a Mountain Dew or a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola is a pop. I call them pops. Tiny says buddy a lot. Yeah. You're pretty farts.
Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna bring him down here, and let's.
I don't smell pretty.
All right, let's stop that. Hey, there we go. I'm here. How's it going, guys? How's it doing, Dennis? Let me throw a link out at you. Hell yeah. And we'll go from there. Paste. Hey, come on up. Let's talk about this. Ranger, hush. Shh. Shh. Ranger, hush. That's better. But yeah, so guys, the old one's messed up. Yep. Hey, Dennis, grab a link, brother. Come on up and talk to me about what you're talking about. Yeah, you know what? This thing with Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she needs to go. Okay, even though she didn't even realize she was stepping on toes. I thought that was funny. Her recent court ruling fall right into the damn mess. That was funny as hell. I heard about that today. Well, today I have my cousin here. He's gonna be staying with me for about a week or two, and we started cutting down trees, cutting up trees. So yeah, we've been we'd go outside, it'd start raining, and then we come in, we'd wait till it stopped raining. We go outside, get working, and the sun bitch start raining on us again. So we had a quick set already, and so we just stashed all the tools in a semi-dry place, and then turn around and come inside and wait for it to stop, and go outside, start working again. Got a bunch of stuff done, but it wasn't even supposed to be raining today, so it was kind of frustrating. But Dennis, I tell you, this mandatory vaccine stuff ain't gonna ever happen. It's never gonna happen that way. And Trump knows it. Yeah, we do need another conservative on the Supreme Court. In fact, we're going to get three. We're going to get three more because Ruth Bader Ginsburg is going to die. It's inevitable. Okay. Not being mean. I'm not wishing her ill, but she's going to die. Okay. No, and Kagan, she's gone. She's gone just out of corruption. She got in on corruption. She's going to get off on corruption. And she's going to get out on corruption. And I think the other one is Kennedy. He's pretty laid up. I think he's the one that's laid up with all the extra bullshit. He's going to be one of the two that stepped down due to corruption. It's either him or, yeah, but Kagan's definitely one of them. So there will be three within the next few years. Three of the libs are gone. So, yep. Thunderstorms now in North Augusta, Georgia, or South Carolina. Well, just watch out. Stay dry. Dennis, are you still here? Good Lord. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up some racks. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through a bunch of stuff and trying to figure out what's going on with this stuff here. I'm gonna go back to sharing the screen with Aaron and go check some stuff out. Rock and roll. I thought Dennis was gonna want to come up. Hurricane. Oh yeah, they said there was a hurricane potentially. At least the weather formations for a possible hurricane out in the Pacific or in the Atlantic Ocean. Yep, I heard about that. Now we just had a couple spot rains here. It was just just the drizzly kind of spring rain. It was actually kind of nice. It wasn't all that cold. It was just wet. It was nice. Jimmy Bean. I know, right? I know. Yeah, Jimmy. No shit. It is. It is really crazy. Hey, I did you get my message? Um, I replied back to you on that a couple of your comments on the videos. I didn't know if you've seen it or not. I'm glad you're here. But yeah, after you called me and the phone cut off on me, I was like, nah, and I couldn't call you back. Okay, I couldn't call out. My phone won't let me call out of country for whatever reason. But I changed carriers, and I don't think they have international calling on my plan or some shit like that. But I called Canoes, and he got the numbers for all this stuff and the website for your base and all that stuff near you. And we got them all the information we had. And yeah, I was really glad to see that it actually made a difference. Yeah, I just couldn't go to sleep after that. I was like, no, don't do this to me. Right? All right, so bitch. We gotta get the troops up. Right, right. Yeah. So I wasn't gonna leave you there, man. No way. Simple Eagle, how you doing, bro? Yeah, no way we're gonna leave you out there hanging, man, knowing what I knew. There's no way I could just, you know, oh well. I told you, man, just be situationally aware. You'll see your opportunity to get out. All you gotta do is just trust God. Seriously, man. Yeah. Eating chips, drinking coffee. You got it. Oh man. Hey, you want to come up on the screen? I'll get you a link. Check it out. All you got to do. Hey, Jimmy Bean, you might want to try come online. Come up on the screen. It's just me and you. I think maybe your bandwidth would handle just the two of us on the screen. Wow, look at the 10 thumbs down. Dude. Just feel the love. Yeah, rock on. Hey, Z. What's up, brother? Oh, you're muted somehow. We're not got your sound. Hey, Jimmy Bean, how you doing, brother?
Well, I'm here.
That's good.
Hey, buddy. And
You know,
nothing like trying to put out a forest fire.
I was like, dude, there's no way I'm gonna leave you hanging in the middle of a jungle some fucking where. You know,
Damn right. Damn right.
had a fire up your
I'd
ass and shit. I was
do
like,
the same for you, bro.
you know, man. You know,
Oh, man. Imagine waking up in the house being full of smoke. I mean,
yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Now, when the phone cut off, you were like, man, I didn't think it was going to end this way. And it was like, I was like, and then I started saying something. I was like, dude, wait a minute. You got to stop. It's not going to happen that way, dude.
I thought, man, it was easier than that. You
You're right. You're right. I was like, dude, you're up on the top of a mountain. Okay. You got to remember. Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy. And the phone went dead. And I was like, oh, no, because I can't call you back. And I can't, you know what I'm saying? Nothing ever sees it. Whoa, where'd AZ go? No, but anyway. But yeah,
There you are. There you
he is, he'll be back.
go.
But yeah, dude, I was thinking I could just see you riding that hog down the road, just flames blazing around.
Damn it. I've been in some tight spots, but man,
Yeah, yeah. Good grief. Well, you know, we
I've
have
been in
ways to
some
get out
tight
of those.
spots, but
You said in your message to me, you said that the Spec Ops team was ready to fly.
wow, it keeps repeating. Talk about echoes.
Right.
This thing is echoing way more than what it did before.
Oh, really? Well, you are. Hold on a second. Let me refresh. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back.
You also have to check for any other like browsers you may have open or YouTube still playing in the background.
Okay, Gmail.
Yeah, you just went robotic.
Email. Okay.
There you go.
Right.
A minute ago, I had started to come in, so it opened the browser window.
That's the third time I've heard y'all say that. And I think there's a tracer program or something that's attached to mine.
Well, if
Uh,
you have the window,
you know, they
Jimmy, if you still
they
have the
give
YouTube window
you.
open and it's playing, it will echo back and forth. Okay, and yeah, your delay is quite rough. Az, if you can still hear me, I hear you. You were going to come on and you started to say something else, and yeah, you still hearing the echo?
Okay.
Zach, you hear an echo?
Yeah, it's complicated, but at least you know that I'm here.
Yeah, your connection's really rough. I know it's so awful.
You know I'm still alive, bro. And thank you. I salute you, man.
You know it,
God
brother.
bless.
You know it, brother. I do whatever I can. Rock on. There he is. Hey, Tanya. What's up, AZ?
Is it working now?
It's working now?
Is it working now?
Yeah, I can hear you, and you're coming through pretty clear.
Okay. I just jumped back out to listen to YouTube, and I didn't hear any echo between you and Jimmy.
Yeah, that connection down there is horrible. I mean, he's lucky he's got internet access, I guess. So,
Yeah, it can be kind of challenging.
right, Guatemala. I mean, geez.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Guatemala.
Right, Jimmy. I'm aware. I'm aware, brother. I know. I hate it too. I just wish, yeah, I wish we could get a good enough connection to get you on. But yeah, no, but everything's working on your end, AZ.
Yeah, I thought it was screwing up. I had
Oh,
the first time I came in, I had to I had to jump back out, so it left the browser window open. Okay,
right.
so I jumped in a second time. It opened a new browser window, and I connected with that. But it kept telling me that the microphone would become disconnected, and that's because the first browser window was trying to grab the microphone also.
Oh shit.
And I mean, it pops up a little warning across the screen that it can't connect to the microphone. So, you can't have like two StreamYard browser windows open at the same time.
Right. It don't like
They'll fight over the microphone.
that. And probably not the one you're using to talk. Right.
Yeah.
Good grief. Yeah.
So anyway, now that we got the technical difficulties out of the way, what are you up to?
Oh man, just been cutting trees and playing lumberjack today.
Yeah.
Oh man, we
What are you
got
clearing?
around the garden. We need we need some sunlight, so we got to clear some of the trees. We're taking out because they're leaning really hard. And so before I build the greenhouse, because that's going to be like 36 by 36,
Yeah.
I don't want a tree falling on it, you know.
That's
So I figured we'd take those out, and then I'm going to turn that area where we're taking the trees out into a blackberry field.
That would be great, man.
Yeah.
I think I'd trade an arm for a blackberry bush up here.
Oh, really? I'll ship you up some. We got bunches of them, man.
You could build a
One
fence
of these
line.
days I want to try all that,
yeah.
but the time hasn't quite come yet.
Well, we got them growing wild here, man. I can't even stop them.
I know, when I was a kid up in Jersey, we had the same thing. Like what used to be farmland and old orchards
Yeah.
where you could get some good fruit. They hadn't been tended in decades and decades, but you could still get some good fruit off of it.
Right.
And so you'd get apples and pears and cherries, and there were like blackberry and raspberry bushes everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So as a kid, you could just go out and eat.
Yeah. Right. I know. That's awesome. But that's what I'm trying to do here, I mean, I want to be able to, just make it so that, we got everything we could want here. My brother's already telling me we need to build a pen for the pigs. He wants to buy some a few pigs and start breeding pigs and stuff like that. And he said we need to pick up another dozen chickens. So And
Yeah, I'm still sort of regretting and not regretting getting chickens this year.
how so?
Well, because eggs have just gone up so much here.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
They're still really cheap around here.
Well, pre-coronavirus, you could get a dozen large eggs for between $1.50 and $2 a dozen, and now they're up around $2.50 and higher.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Although
I just bought.
I found medium eggs for $1.29, but medium
Mm.
eggs just don't look right when you crack them into a pan.
I know, right? Right? It's like what? That's all it's
Yeah,
in
Just some
there.
goose eggs.
they just look
No,
tiny.
yeah. Well, no, there's still like $1.50 here a dozen, but the meats, that's what's blowing me away. The meat section is empty, damn near.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's hoarding all the friggin' meat. Probably the same damn Chinese bastards that bought up all the masks and shit like that.
You know, I mean, a lot of stuff, given that things are disrupted, it's not a big deal to just put it all in a freezer and sit on it for 6 months.
Right, right.
They used to, back when bacon, or I mean, pork bellies were sold on the futures market, that was the norm. They would just freeze them until the price went up.
Right.
So wouldn't be surprised if the same thing's going on.
Yeah, but beef's been high enough anyway, man. It's been ridiculous ever since Obama and his bullshit.
Yeah, it started going down a little bit, but it wasn't like it was before 2010. I can't get those ribeye steaks for $2.50 a pound anymore.
Right, right. It's like ribeyes have become like that's like chicken wings. Used to be able to buy 10 pounds of chicken wings for like $5. Yeah.
For the past couple of weeks, I don't know whether you have it where you are, but we have a large chain called Safeway, which is owned by Albertsons,
Yeah, we got
and
Safeway.
they've been selling 10-pound bags of the leg quarters, which is the leg and the thigh.
Yep.
10-pound bags for $5.90.
There you go. That's not bad.
So I got 40 pounds of those in the freezer.
Right.
But I need beef.
Right.
Chicken.
I'm thinking about just finding a ranch around here and just see if I can't buy some direct.
Yeah, I heard that's the way to go.
I did find a place that sells buffalo, but it's like an hour and a half away. It's like shit.
Yeah.
Hunt buffalo for $2,500. You get a bison for mail. Private hunt. Should tell him that. He'll probably throw up the money and go get one. He'll have buffalo instead of beef. Have better
How
meat.
much?
Yeah, freezer space.
What
Say
kind
what?
of price? What kind of price are they giving you on the buffalo?
Didn't say. I just know there's a place that sells it. No, I didn't have a chance to get a hold of them. I've been working too damn much when the friggin' sun's up.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything should be a hell of a lot cheaper than what you get it for in the store.
Well, even still, it's going to be so much better. It's all going to be expensive. So screw it, right?
No, it should be cheaper.
It probably is going to be as cheap as the beef in the store. It wasn't $7, $12. They had New York strips up there, of course, but $12 a pound.
No, that's too much.
Yeah, I was like, fuck
Way
that.
too much.
It's like shit's fucking made out of gold.
I was like, that's ridiculous. As if one New York strip was like $10, or I was like,
$9.99.
give me a break.
Nope.
About how much is your hamburger there lately?
Too damn much.
It's like I think it's like 250, 280 a pound.
Really? It's up to like 347 here,
Damn.
Mm.
which is
Yeah,
more
they're
than I'm gonna,
hurting my
more
ass.
than I want to spend on it.
Look how much milk is and everything, and they're hurting.
That's my cousin, by the way.
Wait,
Yeah, my cousin's sitting off to the side here. He's like, he's making comments, and that's what you're hearing. I don't know if you can hear him. Yeah.
I thought our phone wires were crossed.
No, no, I just thought I'd let you know. I was like, it's not me talking.
I know. Everybody has a fucking opinion.
I know, right? Right. So I keep
Anyway,
telling him he can get on the show. He can get on the show, if he wants, and just bring it up on his phone and
no,
stuff.
it's easier to sit on the side and and comment on you.
Right.
The nice thing is you can reach out and smack them if you want to.
Yeah, that's true.
a lot of people don't like my opinion.
Right.
I get into a lot of arguments.
Not here.
People don't like
But
it.
anyway, for some reason our hamburger is like $3.47 a pound, but
Wow.
our ribeye is like $7 a pound.
What the hell?
I know it's more than I want to pay for hamburger, but the ribeye isn't too bad.
Right. Dream well, Tanya.
Hey
Dream
Tanya,
well.
I missed your broadcast last night.
Yeah. She did a good show last night.
I'll have to watch the replay.
We learned about the mad scientist, crazy secret scientist from the government guy, and the bad guy with a lot of cars, and the crazy demon children neighbors.
I can't wait to watch it. Tanya's funny as shit, man.
Right?
Right.
Uh-huh. Go tucking Tanya in. There you go, Jimmy. Yeah, but no shit. Yeah, I just really haven't been paying attention to the news. I think I'm gonna stop paying attention to the news for just a little while. I got my cousin here helping me, man. We're busting ass getting shit done. You know?
It gets kind of distracting after a while.
Well, I mean, I got so much needs to get done. I don't need to spend time. I can catch up with that stuff after dark. We could have got a whole lot. Go ahead.
When this thing started, it was like trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
Right.
And pretty much the conclusion I got was nobody knows what the hell's going on.
And then figured out some of them knew what was going on and knew it was all a fraud.
Well, I still think the virus is real,
right?
But I don't think it's as virulent as they first claimed it was.
Oh, everybody was going to die. Remember, the young, the old, and the infirm.
Well, there are going to be 2 million deaths in the United States. Remember?
Oh yeah, yep.
The numbers were just way up there. Fortunately, it didn't get there, but I mean, I still don't want to fucking come down with it.
No, I still don't. You probably already have. That's the thing.
No, I know that. You know,
I got the silver, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, well, I'm still taking all my supplements, silver and tonic water, zinc,
mm-hmm.
things like that. But
right.
I still don't want to get it.
Hey, Chrome
Um,
Moon. Welcome in. Welcome in, Don and Buffalo Bill. Welcome in, guys. You eat garlic. Buffalo Bill eats garlic.
eat garlic. That'll keep the vampires away too.
Yeah, all the bloodsucker,
Right.
the mosquitoes and the ticks. Yeah, it'll help with that.
Yeah, we don't really get mosquitoes up here. Just towards the end of monsoon, we'll get a few. So I usually put a little bit of diesel fuel on any little. We got like low spots that will get water in them for a week or so,
Oh, really?
and I'll just put a thin layer of diesel fuel on it.
Bleach works.
I haven't tried using bleach.
And bleach works too.
Okay.
And it does dissipate, so it doesn't contaminate the soil.
Yeah. I usually go around and overturn anything that can collect water during the monsoon.
Cromedy says eating garlic does encourage social distancing too.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
That's what, hey, battery addiction's in the house. How you doing? There you go. Yeah, hey man. Here, guys. Grab a link. Come on up. But yeah, the so what have you heard in the news today?
I haven't checked any news today.
Rock on. This week is like no longer we're paying attention to the news. It's all right.
Well, I wasn't getting anything done.
Right. And
I've been
Cromanian said
going
it
through.
anyway. He says I could Cromanian says he can only take so many lies in a single day anyway. Right.
Yeah. I've been listening to doctors. There's a bunch of good doctors up on YouTube. I've been looking at things like some of the studies they've come out with. They had a report about a dozen autopsies that was done recently. Shit like that. And the conclusion I come to is they don't know what the fuck's going on with this thing.
Right.
Like, I guess it's been so deeply engineered, they can't quite figure it all out.
They don't. Yeah, but the thing is that they're not tested for the virus itself, bro.
I know that's like a whole nother issue. But
Right.
what,
Now, if they were tested for the virus itself, they might be able to figure it out. But if they tested for the virus itself, the numbers would nowhere near be what they are.
Possibly. But what I keep getting is the thing they don't say. They keep scratching their heads, saying that they've never seen these like symptoms before. What they won't say is they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
But if I read between the lines, that's what it tells me. This thing is doing shit that coronavirus has never done before.
Well, it's never been spliced with a HIV virus either.
Yeah. That's what I'm leading into.
Yeah.
We got hit with a bioweapon.
Yes. That's exactly it.
They're going to have their big annual committee meeting coming up soon. I think we ought to drop a small nuke on it.
What, the Bilderbergs?
No, the Chinese.
Oh, the Chinese.
Yeah, they're having their annual Communist Party meeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like thousands and thousands of them.
Nice. Easy target.
I think we ought to vaporize them.
I don't know. And then who would we fight with?
be fighting amongst ourselves.
Right. I was saying we need somebody outside, and take out some of the heat.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that model called? Kensington model?
I don't remember what that one is.
It has to do with you always always need an enemy. You need a bad guy.
That's
Sounds like 1984.
that's actually part of the Chinese Communist Party doctrine. Except they call it the struggle.
Right.
But I mean, that term is like used for any conflict that they create. We've seen it here as like the Ferguson riot, all the shit they're doing to Trump. The whole struggle is about creating conflict between groups.
Right.
So, I mean, we're like steeped in it here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
They attacked this channel.
Yeah.
Well, that's another struggle.
Part.
Oh, the amazing drop is here. Hey, what's up? Take out the reptilians on the moon next. Right. Insectoids, my bad. Oh my god.
Reptilian Nazis on the moon.
Yeah, the reptilian Nazis. Yep. You see that base? There's a swastika on the moon.
Hey, did you see that movie?
There's actually a movie.
I can't remember the name of it.
Where the human race was sent to the moon because the reptilian Nazis took over the Earth.
Yeah, he
They
says
were
it's
living-
Iron Sky. Yeah, Iron
They were
Sky.
living underground. That's it.
Iron Sky. That movie's
That's all.
funny as shit.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I stumbled on that one night. Okay, I'm game.
Yeah, I gotta jump off again.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll talk to you guys later. Stay out of trouble.
Well, hurry back.
Some jumping jack.
All right.
Yeah,
Now, there was a series on TV. Aliens were coming down, and what was the name of that? It was like a 5-show series, kind of a movie, epic series or something. Not talking about. I'm not talking about V. I'm talking.
I was going to say V.
I know you were, but no, it was a more recent one, and it really was an alien in the movie. It really was an alien invasion. They were trying to round everybody up.
Is that the one with the guy from 90210? He was the alien?
Maybe, yeah. But they had to block all the windows because the drones kept coming around, and they had to be quiet. They got locked into they got caught in a tower, and they were being hunted.
Probably thinking of the same movie. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah. But it was like a big
Times faster.
multi-sequel movie.
Their sides. Chair jumping jacks.
Excuse me.
We're very gay. Reptilians are asexual. But yeah, there's
Probably Jabberjaws.
yeah, I don't think that well, there's been a lot of talk about a false alien invasion kind of
Oh,
theory
I
thing.
I was at a National Guard thing on the Oregon coast. At the same time, they were filming Kindergarten Cop.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So Arnold Schwarzenegger was staying there at the Red Lion, and some of the guys were out. They were driving to Astoria, and they passed by this sports car. And in the sports car, this guy was smoking a big old stogie. Hey, that's Arnold. They're trying to get his attention, waving at him, honking a horn. He's just.
Nice.
And then one of the guys said, "Hey, let's moon him." So they mooned him, and he looked, and he just took a puff and took off. He said, "What? We mooned Arnold Schwarzenegger."
Obama has a secret moon base, Buffalo Bill says.
Don't get bald, that's all.
My butthole. By Superman base.
It's not a tumor. It's not a tumor.
Well, as fast as my beans were coming up, dang slugs were eating them.
Oh, really? You know how to
Except for the
stop?
ones- Except for the ones in starter pots.
You know how to stop them?
Yeah, copper tape. It's on order.
Cornmeal.
That's true. Well,
Corn.
I heard cornmeal works for ants.
It works for the slugs and the snails can't travel across it. It'll cut them up.
I never heard of that.
It works. It works great. I had problems with slugs. I put down cornmeal. I just
Local,
covered the ground with it right around the plant, and they never
Local
messed with
nursery.
the plant.
Local nursery sells these shells that are broke up, and you
Uh-huh.
put them around your plants, and the snails and slugs can't get in there.
Well, the cornmeal acts like sandpaper or like cut glass to them.
Well, I used copper tape one time, and it worked great.
Oh yeah.
So I got 2 rolls of 66 feet. That should cover it all.
There you go. Usually just a 5-pound bag of cornmeal will do it.
I have some slug bait somewhere. Some Corey's. I can't find it. So I'll just replant the beans and then put some of that tape around it. Bad enough I got squirrels digging up my garden, planting their own.
The chickens will eat anything, dude. Most likely.
They'll eat slugs.
Yeah. They'll eat slugs, they eat worms, they eat rats, they eat
Get my neighbor's chicken.
they'll eat mice too. But they learn that the chickens don't come out at night, so they go into the coops at night.
Oh, I used to have these shelties, and they would they gave me 8 puppies the time I had them, and one of the puppies I sold to somebody that has some chickens. And I stopped by to visit, and they said, "Watch this." I just put the chickens away, and the dog put the chickens away. Like, wow, a lot better than their parents. They were afraid of the sheep. I took the dogs to go see some sheep, see if they took to it. No, they were scared of them. Like, what the heck is that thing? And the lamb came right up to the fence and started sniffing. One of the dogs stayed about 15 feet away, and the other one went up to sniff the lamb with her tail between her legs. I think, you guys are really some sheepdogs.
Oh, so they've never been around sheep before, huh?
Apparently not. But what I was told by professionals is they take right to it. And I proved it wrong.
Well, Cro-Magnon, you can have some of what we're getting. What it was supposed to rain today, and it's been raining off and on all day.
Oh, we got plenty of rain.
Yeah.
I mean, can't get anything done. I was.
Well, you're in
Again.
Portland. What do you expect? That's what it is.
We get 4 months and no rain.
Shit,
I was moving. We had some nice weather yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was moving dirt from my driveway to the opposite end of the property to fill in that hillside. And one of the buckets broke on me. Yeah, I had I think the 4-gallon buckets.
Oh, really?
Doing that 8 gallons at a time. And that was heavy. And it was too heavy for the bucket.
Oh, shit.
I needed a narrow wheelbarrow.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
ain't
know-
got much room between your deck and the fence, do you?
No, it's only, I think, about 8 feet, but it's not level.
Right. Well,
Especially my sheep. They got 2 sets of horns.
what?
Those are rams.
My sheep have 2 sets of horns.
Those are rams. They're not sheep.
Yeah, they're rams.
Right. That was Eric.
Sorry, guys.
They're a special breed. They're Navajo Churro.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Look them up.
I will. I will.
Next week. No, I'm fine.
No, amazing drop. They've been bred down for over a century from sheep that were brought in the country and the rams that live up in the mountains.
Oh, really?
And they were developed by the Navajo.
Oh, wow.
Only have a small, like 8 or 10.
Yeah, the Northwest Corridor, right? Oh, good Lord. Sorry about that, guy.
Back in Wyoming.
Genetic disorders, what it's called. Sheep are very susceptible to radiation.
Well, maybe that might have helped because the Navajo reservation's got plutonium.
Right. Right. I think it's a little deep in the ground there.
Uranium. They have uranium.
Right. But I was saying that kind of thing is usually really deep in the ground.
Makes that coal burn extra hot. Ah, dang, my lunch is over.
All right, man.
Back to work.
Back to work.
Board. And I haven't been feeling well all day.
Really?
Ever since I had some tuna fish from Fred Meyer.
That might be the case then.
Kroger tuna fish.
Right.
Stuff.
Straight from the Pacific Ocean, just off the coast of Washington.
Maybe off the coast of California.
Or worse yet,
Needle.
Yeah, fresh fish straight from Alaska.
Alaska's water is a lot cleaner than California.
Well, not since Fukushima.
Yeah, still pretty good.
Rock on. Well, you have a good day, man. I'll see you when you get on break.
They're kind of, yes, New Mexico and Arizona, mostly Arizona. Yeah, Jimmy Beam, but they're pets. We just use their wool. We don't eat them.
we just trim them and use their wool. Yep.
I'm not clocked back in yet. Shut up.
Shit your ass.
The time clock started beeping at me. I'm like, what the heck's wrong with you?
Yeah, battery. Chromania says, yeah, never eat gas station sushi.
I ate Safeways. Safeways is pretty good. Surprisingly.
Glow in the dark
Yeah.
cloak.
I haven't tried Fred Meyer's sushi yet. It looks fresher.
Looks fresher.
Yeah, they're making it right there. Oh, shoot, what happened here? Okay, there you go.
All right. Talk to you later, bro. All right, man. Oh my gosh. But no, I'm just wondering. Let's see here. Come on, guys. Somebody, let me go over here and there and there. Come on up. Join me on the screen. Come on, Crow Minion. You had your weekend. You thought you were free. Come on up. Join the conversation. There it is.
Join the conversation.
Did you not meet the other champ?
I did. I got her.
Yeah.
It takes me a second. I never want to miss a beat, you know. I don't want to miss a beat. So you get double beat.
Double beat.
Dude, you won't believe what just happened to me, man. I was trying to hook it up, right? And
Yeah.
old Battery was talking about these what you call churro goats, churro sheep.
Right.
And I went and found them on the Mighty Fine on the Chrome browser, and I went to the images and I tried to copy that image, and this time it didn't work, and that time it didn't work. So then I went to the page or whatever, and I tried to get that page, and for some reason it wouldn't let me drop that link. And I was thinking, oh geez, I might have pissed him off because I shared a link of the Alex Jones show today on Facebook, and I don't know, man. I might be banned. I might be looking for some new friends or something after that. But whatever.
What, for posting a link to Alex Jones?
That's how they do, man. Absolutely. But it wouldn't allow me to drop the link. But
really?
I worked around it. And if you haven't seen the first hour of today's show, man, it's an ass kicker. Later on, he gets fired up. He says fuck and all kinds of stuff like that. It's cool. But anyway, back to my story about the churro donkey, beef, sheep, goats, right? 2 sets of horns. You got to see them, man. But anyway, I found a picture of them and I copied the image, you know, and this fucker, I brought it back over to the Firefox browser and dropped it in the chat message, and it came up 14,582 characters, and you're allowed 200, right? Like, what the fuck? It copied the code, for the picture
Okay.
itself.
No.
Like, you could have, if you'd have typed it, it would have come out a two-headed goat or something. I don't know if you'd have typed it on a piece of paper.
What the hell?
I know. So then I tried to erase it. I was like, well, that ain't. The dog was barking, so I thought, I'll just hang on to the backspace button for a while and it'll come on. Next thing you know, I'm getting bored as hell. I'm like, damn, man. 14,000 characters is a lot of backspace. And so then I just highlighted them and deleted it. But man, that was fun. But I don't have administrator. Have you ever seen one of them goats or sheep?
No,
Have you seen,
whatever they are. Yeah, the geep.
you gotta see one, man. I'm trying to get you the link.
Oh shit.
You gotta see that, dude. That's fucked up. I didn't even know there was like that Navajo churro sheep.
Okay, I'm looking it up. Okay, here I'll see.
You spell like churro like a chorizo. I don't know why I'm having problems. I haven't restarted all day. Unbelievable. 2 sets of horns. Oh my god.
Is the audio okay on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, I
Drop.
see. Yeah, I see it.
Hey, Fred.
I bet they give a lot of wool, don't they? Them shaggy bastards.
Yeah,
We had,
it would seem so.
we had some, what do you call them? Scottish Highland. Some red little bulls that they're kind of short to the ground. They remind me of that sheep's wool, but I don't know why they don't make sweaters out of that stuff, but it reminds me of a story. You want to hear it?
Okay, sure.
When I was living in Tucson and whatever, I had this one friend from, I think he was from Missouri or some god awful place. Oh, sorry. But his name was Basil. And I don't know, my dad thought the world of him, and I thought he was kind of a drip, but whatever. And one night, Basil and I took my dad's car. Well, I mean, we didn't take it, but I mean, we were using dad's car and stuff. And we were kind of gone, and then we were going to be back that night, but we didn't come back that night. We got blasted up in the foothills and stayed up there and stuff. And then it was about 3 or 4 days later, all of a sudden, it came up that somebody had broke into the Desert Museum on the outskirts of Tucson, in between Tucson and where they film all the old westerns, old Tucson. Somebody broke into the dang Desert Museum and stole one of their precious rams they had up there. I guess it was an endangered species and all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and my dad, I don't know. He was a weird man. When he gets something in his head, that was just the fact. And he swore it was Basil and I that did that. You guys went up there and got that ram head, didn't you? I guess they cut the head off the thing and left the body or something like that. I was like, that's impossible, man. You know what I mean? You'd see blood or sheep or horns sticking out of your trunk or something like that, But he was like, yeah, you guys did that, didn't you? I was like, no. And then years later, they found it out, because there was a hell of a bounty out for the people that did that,
Right.
And they found it, like, I can't remember if it was 2 or 5 years later. I don't remember, 2 or 5. I think it was more like 5. And they found the goddamn thing out in California, and he was like, I don't know how you guys got away with that, but he is funny like that.
No shit.
Yeah.
But
He always-
dad had to be right.
I don't know if he got something in his head. He said that instead of me joining the military and going overseas, that I really spent my time in prison for smuggling heroin. I've never even touched. I've never been around this stuff. I've never even touched it.
Well, you know what I say?
What did you do?
Fire in the boat.
What did you do to make your dad so suspicious of you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Which,
I don't know, man.
he doesn't know
I
which
never had a
thing it
dad, so I
was.
don't know.
He doesn't know which thing it was that fucked up his dude. Right?
Well, there was another kid with my same name. There was actually 3 of us in the town, but he only knew of this other one, and the other one was a real shithead. And he did pull some funny stuff, and he did go to prison in those same years that I wasn't around. And but I like knew him, and I hated him because he wrecked my name, during high school and stuff. It was kind of rough business. I'd get socked for no reason, and it was because of my name. They got name mixed up. But he used to play grab ass with the girls, and then the brothers would come and smack me. It was like, what the fuck? And then we figured it out. He did more than grab ass. He did more than grab ass with one girl. He spent about 5 years in prison because of what he did with one girl, but it had a lot to do with underage stuff.
Oh shit. Yeah.
But you know what they call it? It's still statutory stuff, but it's even if it is consenting, the parents went after him because he made him mad.
Right.
Yeah. So that follows me with a lot of percentage of my local people. I'm from a smaller town, 15,000 people. So everybody, yeah, I know that. I know that son of a bitch. Well, it ain't me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Never bothered me. I've never been back either. So what the fuck?
You see them ribs up there?
The ribs. Oh, sticky.
Yeah.
That's for everybody that smokes something. Being kind tonight.
You're giving me.
Sometimes my daughter complains about this food, so I just want to show it to you. It's not restaurant quality.
Oh my God.
No kidding.
Oh man. No, my youngest boy is like that though. It's gotta be perfect, and it's gotta be, or he'll just, start over from scratch.
Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the meat practically falls out the bone on these ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to cook. That's part of my cooking channel. I do my family garden thing. I'm getting an echo.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Is it? I
don't hear any echo.
Echo?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be this kid too. But when Wiz is muted, do you still hear an echo?
Nope. Wizards, the echo.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to him. There, he's gonna fix it right now.
Yeah, so I cook food like this for my kid, and she complains half the time about the food. And I'm like, really?
Oh, what would be a complaint? There, you can't get enough, or he's gonna burst his.
No, it's a she. She turned 18 this year. She graduated high school, so I said, look, after you turn 18 out of your high school, you're gonna have to cook for yourself. So I did an experiment. Said, okay, it's time for you to cook for yourself for lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
And it was a cup of noodles and shit like that. I was like, that's not food.
Right. That's not even food.
Well, my wife told my sister-in-law one time, she says, why'd you get so big? And she says, he made me fat. She pointed right through me. I was like, what the hell? You're not getting fat.
He did it.
He did it. He did it. Whatever.
So what you do?
Yeah.
Boil them and then smoke them, or
Oh hell no! I put them in the air fryer. They come out that way.
from raw to air fry, and then they. How
Yeah.
long does it take to get them so that like they fall off the bone in an air fryer?
30 to 35 minutes. I bake them first, and then I actually fry them. Do the broil thing for the last 5 minutes. Put the crust on them. Man, they come out juicy, tender, fall off the bone. I have a gourmet air fryer. It's pretty big, and it actually works great. I mean, better than stove, quicker.
I've heard a lot of talk about them. I'm really interested. What's a good brand? You got a good one?
Yeah, I've used the gourmet. It's a big one. I really like it. But the other way to cook ribs is on the barbecue. So I put my ribs, whether they're beef or pork, I put them on the top bun wrap. The bun rack is that. Put them on there.
Sure.
It'll seal them up tight and make them nice and juicy. It will fall off the bone, and then just coat them and let them on the top. For the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes on barbecue, you get the same result. It's the best way to cook meat.
Sure. Thanks for the tip.
You say you put them on the high rack? I thought you were supposed to sear meat shut.
No. I put them on the bun rack. I put them on the bun rack on the charcoal barbecue. Yeah.
It's like smoking them.
Yeah, it smokes them, seals them up, and then they're tender and juicy inside and stuff like that. When you go to coat them up and then you cut them up, you've got the best beef ribs or pork ribs you can get.
Yeah.
I see idiots putting them on the grill and trying to cook them, and they're all dry and everything.
Sure.
Fire. But the air fryer works good too. The gourmet air fryer I got. I put it on bake for 25, 30 minutes. Flip them, every 15 minutes. And then I put them on broil in the air fryer and coat them with the sauce and everything, like the barbecue sauce, and do it for 4 to 5 minutes, and they come out this way. They're fantastic.
Right.
Food.
Wow.
So the air fryer just recirculates within itself, huh?
Yeah, it has air and everything, and a little heater, and it's a pretty big one. It's not those cheap ones you buy in the store, where you have the little thing where you pull out the panel. You just flip the lid and put it in there and cook it. You can put a rotisserie chicken in there and do the same thing.
Right. Now I've always, the way I traditionally make ribs is I'll get one of those shallow pans. I'll boil them. You know what I'm saying? I'll basically boil them for about 20, 30 minutes and then turn around and throw them on the grill.
Yeah, you do the same thing with the Cajun food like that. You boil them first, and I make jambalaya all the time, once a week. So, you got chicken in there, you got shrimp, and you got, your favorite sausage. I like to use the Italian sausage basically in my jambalaya because it comes out the best.
Right. Welcome in, Aaron.
You ever tried that Cajun sausage?
Yeah, I'll do that too. I just
You ever tried andouille?
I'll throw any sausages into the jambalaya. I'll do anything, but mostly I use a lot of hot pepper sauce, and rice. You gotta have rice in your jambalaya.
Andouille.
Aaron's here.
What you got there?
He's on the screen.
He's on the screen. You got it.
Come on.
It's Aaron.
So
Aaron tires. You talking about Aaron?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good bud, man. He's a good guy.
He's in the chat.
So you're saying you have tried andouille then? You have tried andouille.
Well, I haven't tried.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a Cajun sausage. Sorry, you said jambalaya, so I wondered if you ever tried andouille, which is a Cajun style sausage.
Oh, I just throw whatever I can in there.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's Cajun.
I've probably had it, but it was, they just called it sausage down in South Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Or New Orleans, you know, it's just like I don't think they called it anything else. I know that the Italians like the salsicas.
Yep. It's on the banister at the top of the stairs.
But they just call it Cajun sausage.
Downstairs of the
You know what I'm
house.
saying? And then the crawdads. Now the best dish I ever had was at a red sauce, and they had the Cajun sausages, and they had crawdad meat in it, and had the barley, kind of like a jambalaya, but more like a what do they call that? Not jambalaya, gumbo.
Yeah, gumbo's a
Gumbo.
different thing than jambalaya.
Yeah,
But you
I
know,
was gonna say.
I make both of them. But
Oh,
yeah, I like crawfish. You know, you used to go to the Golden Corral over there in Georgia, just suck them up. You know, I love crawfish.
yeah, yeah.
What happens to crawfish in an air fryer?
I haven't tried that. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah.
They don't have any crawfish up here in Northwest
Washington.
State, and it's like boring as hell, and the restaurants are fucking crap for food. I mean, you want good food, you come to my house. You don't go to a restaurant. Not kidding, brother.
Love Washington State.
That's fine.
Not.
I wanna
You ever
actually,
went to the waterfront down there in Tacoma?
I live on the east side of the state, but yes, I have been to the western part because I did live in Seattle for a long time before I married my wife 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and 21 years ago, by the way. And oh, she's dead now, but I went to Ivar's and they serve you clam soup, and the clams in those are like looks like a golf ball, or used to be anyhow.
Right. Well,
Yeah, it's been a long time, but yeah, I have no desire to go to Seattle anymore. I have two sisters in Washington State over there in Bellevue and Seattle, and
right.
I'm taking care of my almost 90-year-old parents over here in Spokane, so they're in a rest home, so I go see them as much as possible. But lockdown's not been good for, you know,
I
for
tell you,
them.
what, you want some good eating, you get one of these down home restaurants right off the Mississippi River.
Oh, I know. I've been down to Biloxi, man. That's not there, and ate down there. Grouper's one of my favorite.
Right. You get you some nice fish, big fish dinner with the hush puppies and the fried okra and oh my lord.
Oh yeah, I can't find the okra in the big bag. Like Walmart up here. You know, it's a good little teeny bag. It's like not worth the effort.
Right.
So I'm growing some in the greenhouse. Hopefully it's hot enough. I produce some. I've grown okra last year here. It worked out pretty well.
All right. My
yeah,
okra grows 10 feet tall, dude. It blooms 3 times.
I know mine grew about 15 inches over here last year.
I had to have a ladder to pick it.
Well, the thing is, though, it was putting out okra, though. It was putting out a lot of pods, It was like it was stressed or something. In Georgia, mine would grow up about 8, 9 feet tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I lived in Georgia, I used to grow okra all the time to eat and stuff like that, and cook in sauce and everything. I kind of miss the South and all that stuff, but I got to be here for my parents right now, so I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. You know how it goes.
So you got your seat for the show, huh?
No, I'm this winter. Since my daughter's going to be out of high school and I'm going to have everything set for it. I've got 6 residential properties here. 4 are undeveloped. It means there's nothing on them.
Right.
And I'm just going to go down south and look for some land, get an RV, buy one, check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can work anywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Feeling no pain, huh? What's up, Canoes? You feeling no pain? That's what it sounds like. I got to reload.
Oh, I just come in. Is Jimmy here?
He was here. Yeah.
Jimmy, if you're still here, Hope everything's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on the screen earlier. He's good to go. Yeah, I know. I was like, dude, he's on screen.
If you need me to call a helicopter for you, just let me know. I'll get one to you.
Call out the troops, bruh.
So how's Michelle doing? I haven't seen her since yesterday or something like that. She doing all right? She's been having some health problems.
Yeah, she was here last night.
I'm good. I'm gonna go lay down.
Oh, really?
I had
Yeah. Oh, wow.
such a close contact. Like I said, it's my norm. I suffer from the mother virus.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, well, dude, if there's anything I can do, let me know. All right.
A little bit.
But, yeah, hey, guys. So have you seen anything change about what's coming up? Drop?
As far as the no prosecutions, no trials, no nothing.
Bill Barr doing nothing.
Yeah, Bill Barr doing nothing. Yeah, wonderful, isn't it? I love the swamp. Just love swimming in it with the alligators.
You think so?
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yes, we will. Very soon here. Very soon.
I mean, well, you know, we hear very soon many times, but then again, we got a date coming up. We got a date coming up here towards the end of the year and after the year. And after the year. And
Yeah.
We've been waiting for 3 years, over 3 years, for something to happen, and nothing has happened. And the swamp is still there.
Right.
It seems like the enema than it is a swamp.
So what? Enema.
well, they're actually just waiting for an event, you know. They're not waiting to clean up anything. So
Oh, that's awful cynical.
well, you know what? We see these people like Biden, Kerry Hines. They should have been in handcuffs years ago because we already know about the Cayman Islands and Lafayette, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, even just that him being on video bragging in front of the CFR on camera about doing exactly what they tried to impeach Trump for.
Oh yeah, they're going for impeachment now again. You know, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like a clown show, and there's a bunch of clowns, and you know, I don't know if I really don't think that anybody's on our side. I think the way we take back control of this lockdown is we go to our.
Say again, Ghost?
They already impeached him.
Yeah, they're going to impeach him a second time.
They already impeached Trump.
That's right.
How can you impeach him a second time when they did the first time?
Right.
Well, they impeached him in the House, but they didn't confirm it in the Senate. You have to have a trial for one thing, which didn't go
First
through.
president in history to be impeached twice for no
They'll probably be
reason at all.
impeached about 5 or 6 times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and there was no constitutional basis for it at all.
Pelosi.
It's all right.
Pelosi was standing there going, "He is impeached forever." Remember her saying, "Now he's impeached forever."
No,
Okay,
that's
well, if
fine.
he's impeached forever, why are you trying to do it again?
Well, they're going to impeach him again and again.
She says
They
he's
can impeach him many times they want.
All it really
You know,
is an accusation, right? An allegation, sort of.
there's no constitutional basis for any of it, you know, and that was thrown out by the Senate because of that, except for Romney, you know.
Well, Romney's just that stupid bastard. You don't know what,
Oh yeah, well he's as dirty as hell. You know who he is.
right?
You know,
You just don't know when to shut the fuck up. Go away.
Romney's a fool. You know that.
Yeah.
Romney is the epitome of the stupid Republican rhino that actually is part of the deep state.
Yes.
Can't say any better than that.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah, yeah, you can. He's a tool of the left, and he took the
Worse-
payola. He
no,
was
he's-
paid to take a dive.
Yeah.
There is
I
no
know he was
left.
paid to take a
There
dive.
is no left. There's chicken balls fighting for one thing,
Right.
for dominance.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
It goes all the way back to Inky
But he was
and
paid.
Angelo.
Where can I put this?
There's stuff going on
Just
that we don't see. It's like Wizard being behind the curtain in the Land of Oz, right?
you can see them.
I mean, you're not going to see.
But
You're not going to see what's really going on. They paid Romney to take a dive, and that was pre-planned. And then they paid McCain to get. But it was every time it was to get Obama elected the first and the second time, and it was by design.
Probably won't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to deny it's been scripted. Trust me.
What?
I'm not going to deny it's been scripted.
Oh no shit. Okay. Weather change possibly.
But all I've got is the same information everybody else. And I'm not an insider in Washington and all that. So every one of us, we're all privy to the same exact information from the same sources, and that's it.
Yes, that's probably the same information
still
that
actually-
people. That's probably the same information that people say. We're all privy to this only certain information, and then there's people that can see outside of the box. But the script goes down one way anyway.
I know I have really good investigative skills, and when it comes to connecting dots, sometimes I can connect enough dots where I can get the whole picture without having all the dots connected. Sometimes before you hit the final last two dots, you already know what the picture is going to be.
Or you've seen the picture and you see the dots already.
I'm seeing spots.
Right? I'm seeing dots. There's all the screen dots. I'm not even there.
No racial jokes.
No. Fire the bowl. Who's got a name?
Is the goat here or not? There, I got it.
There's the goat. Rock on.
So I had those 3 chicks, and yesterday we called. It was like, how come our order hasn't come in? And they were like, oh, actually they have. And it was like, well, why didn't you call? So we ran into town to get him. Of course, it excited the boy, he's 11. So he's like, oh, okay. So we go to get him. They go to get him. I stayed home working on the chicken tractor, and they come home, and then he wanted to bring him outside. So a couple of them were 2 weeks old, and then the majority of them were 5 days. And so we took, and one turkey. We got a turkey. So he brings out the 2 bigger ones, and the three they're like 8 weeks now. Anyway, so there's a Tom, and there's 2 3-week-olds and a couple of 5 or 6 week olds, and he's got them in this little pen. And I told him, you got to tie that shut, and but we got that husky, and the husky's been real protective of them 3. He won't let the other dogs near him, and so the boy trusted him and stuff. And this cage, I I made a little cage out of some chicken wire and put a border, you know, like the edging that you might put around your rock garden or something. The edging is the base of it and the top, whatever. But it's only like a 3x4 square. And so the husky goes and ends up in the front yard. And I was like, that's weird. You'd think he'd be hanging with the chicks. So I go back and the cage is flipped upside down. And I told the boy, I said, it's windy out today, man. A cage blew over or something, you know. He goes out there and one of them's missing. He goes over to the dog, and the dog's sitting there hovering over to dang it. He got one of the boy had named one of them, and that was the one he picked out and snatched up and killed it. He didn't eat it or nothing, but so the boy was just heartbroken, and I got to give him the speech, you know, about, you know, it's the instinct, man. It's what they're gonna do, you know. So now the dog's in trouble, and
Oh shit.
the boy's crying, and mommy's mad, and oh geez. And then there's me. I'm kind of like, well, hate to say I told you so, but you know, so.
Well, you know, I went to the feed store, tow truck, and then I, you know, because they said May 1st they're going to have chickens, right?
Yeah.
Chicks. So I went there and said, well, most of them are already pre-ordered, and so, you know, I got to pick from whatever was left in the basket that wasn't ordered, and I picked 3 Russians, and the rest of them I can't remember what the hell they were called, but they're laying hens, so supposedly, and I got 6 nesting boxes, and that's the way I'm going to roll with it. I don't have any room on my. Yeah, I don't have room on my freezers for any meat chickens, so I'm not going to get those yet until later. But I got the feed for them, so yeah, I'll get a rooster or 2, I guess, to add to that, and maybe, you know, next year raise some or just breed some.
Man, I wish I could show off my chicken tractor.
Oh yeah,
man.
those are cool. I looked at them. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah, I really like it. It's, you know, out of the hundreds of thousands that are out there, mine is the best. You know it. You know.
Right.
But I looked and I did a bunch of research, but it's got a pull out brooder box, so when they're young and you can keep them in the house and protected and lights, and then the cage, the box slides in high on the cage, and then you can just slide the brooder box into the cage, and then it's got wheels on it, and you can lift it up and roll it around and mow the lawn. Even those little tiny chickens in that 3x4 box, they were out here for a couple hours yesterday. We had to move it because they had eaten all the grass. And we don't have a ton of grass here. We just barely got it green in the last couple days, but they can really eat some grass, man. So I'm glad that we got a portable cage because we can move them around. I might even have a picture. I think my sister took a picture and she was going to send it to me. And I'm looking to see if I got one yet or not. But
yeah, I thought about a chicken tractor, but I didn't get one. I just got a regular coop with, you know, 2 sides on it where you have 3 boxes in each side, and then you can open the rope up. And then I got a cage for them. So I'm just going to rope off some area where I threw some garden cover seeds down, you know, to improve the soil and all that crap. And I figure I'd just let them out in the herd and let them run out there and eat the fresh green grass. Pick all the bugs they want.
nice. Oh, I do have a picture of it. Okay, let me migrate that sucker over there somehow. Let's see. Okay.
Share screen.
Well, yeah, but I don't even know if I can do that. Can I do that? Oh, Wiz will let me do that, won't he?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, of course you can do that.
All right. Let me push the button.
Remove all promo stuff of naked chickens on there. Okay, so
Now, don't make it quick.
I'm just
Here's
kidding.
the entire screen. Okay, and then I push the button, and so I won't be able to see, but that's okay, and I don't even care. But let's see. Now I bring up the other browser. This one. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's up on what I got for sawhorses right now, but see, I got some wheels off the fertilizer spreader, and then that box is about 30 inches square and 4 foot long. And then the end opens up, and I don't know, she had me put that AstroTurf in there. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but that's how she rocks up. And then today I added the brooder box up in the near corner up high. I put a brooder box with a rollout egg tray. And then my intention is on the far side there, I would put a water bucket with nipples on it.
Did you use black PVC or is that pipe?
That's Panks. That's irrigation pipe.
Okay.
And I guess I thought it was going to be more supportive, and it wasn't. But it really helped me. It really helped me do the forming and see the wire work on this thing is amazing. I'm gonna get some other pictures sometime, but I put, man, my ends are all twisted shut and protect. If you look along the bottom, see those are bed frame rails. Actually, all 4 of them are. The 2 short ends are a different kind of bed frame, and then the long sides are,
it's a
regular
great
angle
concept.
iron.
It's a great concept because you keep the chickens off the ground at a certain height where, during the wintertime they won't freeze either.
Right, and then they get more grass to eat.
And today they get airflow too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, and then I'm just gonna put a piece of tin up on the roof. I'm gonna put it on the inside though, because see, this actually fits perfectly a 10 by 12 tarp. It'll wrap completely fully enclosed, and so I figured I could either roll up a side or roll it back from one end or take it off.
Kind of like a one of those greenhouse things he's saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I think that's the husky that killed the chicken.
Well, they're going to eat a few of them. You know that.
Well, I told him it's instinct. I don't know how you're going to get around that.
Oh, husky, you're not going to get around that. Trust me.
But he has been really nice to him, though. Let's see, where am I now? There we go. I'll kill that one. But
that's a good concept with hog wire. You got hog wire on there, but it won't keep little chicks from getting out of the cage.
No, but that was given.
I was gonna say you need some chicken wire on that thing.
Exactly. Exactly, Wizard. You need to put a little little chicken wire around the hog wire, and seal it up because that'll give it double strength. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the weasels and whatever rats are going to get in there and whatever too.
I
got stupid ferrets around here and skunks.
Yeah. Well,
what he's talking about is the chickens getting out. That hog wire isn't going to keep the chicks from getting out necessarily.
Oh no! But by the time they're big enough, I mean, we just reached 70 degrees for the first time in like 6 months.
Right, but I was just saying you could add just get a 12-inch high roll of chicken wire and run it across the bottom. And,
Yeah. I got somebody gave us I don't know, they got tired of messing with it, or because working with that stuff can be difficult, and
right.
You get cut up and stuff, and they were just tired of it. They're like, here, take this, and I was like, well, okay, I guess that's what we're using then. And then so really all it cost me was 2 sheets of plywood and 2 sticks of 2x4. So
Yeah, I think I would use hog wire though. It's a good reinforcement though. I think that's a good idea, and then put chicken wire on top of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would use cattle panel actually myself, and then put chicken wire on it.
Cattle
Cattle
panel
panel?
be 4x4 squares or something.
Yeah, they got actually 6x6 squares on it, but then you turn around and you secure the chicken wire, the octagon chicken wire. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Well, I'm assuming the gauge of the wire and the cattle stuff is different than the hog wire, right?
yeah, it's a little thicker.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You know, what is it as far as mill? You know, is it 6, 8, 10, whatever? I don't know what it is anyway because I'm kind of
I
new to this
think
stuff.
the hog
wire.
panel's like 9 wire.
Good night, Aaron.
So it's like 9 gauge or 9 or 8
Yeah.
gauge or what?
Yeah. Oh, and then a chicken panel, that's all going to be like even, I don't know, 3/16 or maybe not quite that. Maybe 5/32.
Good night, Aaron. Doing well, Patriot.
Well, one thing I don't know is about this kind of wire stuff because I haven't actually raised chickens before. I got 6 little ladies right now. They're in the utility room in the cage. They used to put the rabbit in his old cage. So they're getting big fast, and I'm gonna have to move on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. If we get 50 meat birds, I ain't got room for them in the freezer right now. All the freezers, but
No, I just want layers because I'm going to start breeding for layers and then breeding for breed too. I got 2 breeding yards set up and the off the hatchery yard.
so you intend selling breeds of birds?
Well, I want a sustainable food supply. I'm not necessarily just breeding for eggs or what have you, but I mean, I want to be able to breed and possibly sell later on to others because I'm going to be starting other.
Oh yeah, I get that, and that's basically my ultimate goal too, is to actually just raise my own food. Right now, I don't hardly buy any produce at all because if I want romaine lettuce, I go into my greenhouse. If I want leaf lettuce like butter leaf and stuff like that, I go into my greenhouse. If I want carrots, I go into my greenhouse. If I want onions, I go into my old bed, whatever, and then wild leeks and stuff like that, and cabbage. I've got that already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Well, I'm building my greenhouse and putting the animals together. I've got the. You've seen my chicken coop, right?
no, I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't seen it.
No, Wizard. I haven't seen a lot of your stuff, man. But you do have a nice pad that's very expensive that actually was poured that you inherited when you bought the place. And that's actually pretty cool.
Oh well, yeah. Well, that with the chicken. What do you mean the pad?
Where you're planning on putting the shop at and everything?
Oh, the mill saw goes on that. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah. That's a lot of money to put that cement in the ground. You got a bargain.
Well, this was my father's land.
Okay, well I didn't inherit nothing except for lease money, so whatever.
Right. Well, I mean, he passed away in 14, and me and my brothers kept the place. I'm fixing it up and making it.
Well, I hear that. My father's almost 90 now, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to see him. And if the governor of this stupid state, Inslee, wants to keep doing stupid fuck up stuff, I'm probably not going to see him before he dies. You know what I'm saying? Pretty bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My mother called me today, and she's going to, she's almost 92, and she's going to, memory care.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I may not be able to physically see them again, the way things are going. So it's not good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
sorry to hear that, bro.
That's the control that those places can have too.
It's the worst part of this lockdown is that it's not affecting me because my life hasn't changed. I work at home. The only thing I have to do is I have to go through drive-through if I want to buy something, and then usually I don't go anywhere and do nothing except for house garden and my engineering stuff or whatever I want to do, and my online marketing stuff, and I basically pretty much already quarantined from the world anyway because I don't want to deal with it, all the
Right.
bullshit. But it affects them because I used to take them out once a week to shopping, take them to Walmart, their favorite place to go, kill themselves at, and take them out to eat, and it's hard for them,
Right.
and I want to spend the last days with them that they have on this earth, you know, as their son, and
Right. Right.
give them everything I can, to be a good son.
Obviously, yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Hey, Canoes says that he's got turkey vultures circling his house.
Oh, they're not just circling. They're like, they hang out. Like, they'll perch on my barn. They'll walk around my driveway, sit on the fence line. They're everywhere.
Oh, no shit.
There's a whole colony of them about a half mile away. Probably 30 or 40 of them. They hang out over at my place every couple of days.
Holy shit. No, we've had several of them floating around up here. And I keep freaking out about it because, my brother's got little dogs.
Yeah.
These are big ass birds, man. They fly over and leave a shadow,
Turkey vultures, for the most part, they're not going to go after anything that's still moving around and kicking. They're scavengers. They go after dead shit.
Yeah, but they're pretty big.
Yeah, but you never know about which ones are the turkey vultures and which ones are the hawks around here.
I've got hawks and falcons all around here. I mean,
Yeah,
I live out on the prairie, coyotes and everything else too.
Yeah, until you see that red head.
Yeah.
Then you know it's a turkey vulture.
Yeah, we got turkey vultures. We got a couple different kinds of hawks. We got bald eagles around here. A couple miles north by the lake, you get ospreys.
Right.
Well, put up some great big wind turbines. You have no problem with that after all, right?
Right.
Californication, right? Let's go up to Palmdale and just put a bunch of turbines up there. See what happens.
Yeah, just put the fucking turbines in the path of a duck flock path.
Yeah. Let's just do it. Screw it. I mean,
feed the world.
Lock her up, man.
No, I tell you, all this stuff is coming out now, and it's they're not talking about it. The only person that pisses me off, and the only one that's really pissing me off about the Republicans, and you know how I feel about those bastards, because they're never Trumpers, is what I call Republicans, is Lindsey Graham. This son of a bitch wants to have another hearing and shit and Inquisition in the Senate or some shit. And I'm sitting there going, no, dude, it's time for referrals for judgment. You know what I'm saying? Referrals for prosecution. Referral, dude. It's not talking about, we're going to have more subpoenas. People, he's wanting to play the fucking same game the left is playing.
Yep.
Trump sent him a tweet the other day, said, call them up. Call those people up to Congress. Go ahead, call Obama up. Do it. That was Trump.
I guess Tow Truck and Wizard would just have to, exploit and show who Lindsey Graham's boyfriend is, so we can get through it, right? Because he's trying to hide it. The guy's gay as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gay, I don't give a shit. As long as you're open with it. But honestly, he's been hiding that shit for years. Just like one of our skirt wearers, like Herbert Hoover, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if they want to hide that shit, maybe the public should know about that stuff. Maybe we should expose them. Maybe we should just drop some videos and then they'll get erased from the internet because they control the deep state, because they control the actual internet backbone, and you can't really screw with anybody except for take their internet down. And maybe they want to take your rights and your stuff down. Maybe they want to take your everything down, and control you, because this COVID-19 is nothing but control your ass.
Oh man,
Yeah.
the world's ass.
The whole world.
Yeah, they wanted to burn down the world for everything.
Yeah. They all got their winky stuck in a globalist asshole.
That's what I call them, poopy dicks.
I mean, honestly, if they want to be straight with the rest of the world, and they really want to take all this stuff down, we would have seen something by now. So I'm just, you can only do what you can do as an individual. But what you can do as an individual, you can sit there and look at your city mayor and say, look, we're opening up. We're going to go again. This is a fake pandemic. And we're going to open up our city right now, right here. And if you don't want to do that, we're going to get you out of office right now, right here.
Yeah.
That's where it starts. Local level. You start the ground roots up.
Yep. They voted that bitch out in LA County.
Nice.
What's up, Colonel? Colonel Shaw's in the house.
It's all open today. But of course, everything's going to be all different.
It's time for pie, man. I couldn't even wait to say it, man.
Pie in the tin.
You want to start a revolution, you start right at the local level. You say, look, open up or we're done with you and you're fired. Done. That's what a patriot means. Sorry, go ahead, Totra.
I think that's going to be a lot easier to do because the consensus, people are paying attention a little more than they were paying attention to baseball all these years. Now when it starts to affect them, they're going to have to formulate an opinion, and that's happening.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that the people that are getting paid are the people still in power. They're called essential workers. The people that are not getting paid is non-essential workers. Okay, so the essential workers are still getting paid. They're being paid overtime bonuses and everything else. But the non-essential workers are the ones that are actually the ones that they don't consider to be valuable to the world, and they are the ones that they want to depopulate.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep.
It's a class division between the haves and the have-nots. In my Saul Alinsky book, that's what that's all about. Until the have-nots become the majority and realize that they have a purpose, until that happens, you won't have a revolution. Until the have-nots figure out that they are a have-not, and we've just been labeled as have-nots. And now, a lot more people know, their estimation by these crooked bastards.
Well, that's part of the Saul Alinsky's have-nots and have socialist state formation, and and honestly, that has been a big issue that people don't see. They don't read the doctrine of Saul Alinsky. And they say, well, Snoops is fake and all this stuff. And it's like, no, he said all this shit. He said it. Snoops is as fake as you can get. Snoops is fake as you can get. Well, you have to step. Class warfare is one of the first things. And also, debt enslavement is one of the other things, which is increase the debt on the government so much that they cannot sustain the debt.
Control the language is one of the rules of the radicals.
Control the language. And
Control
start
the narrative.
There's there's more things on that than Saul Alinsky because there's more stuff than just the rules of socialist state. And most people don't know that. So I tried to point that out in my videos. Say, look, you're being controlled. They're trying to do this and that to you. Blah, blah, blah. I just told everybody that, hey, now that they're trying to break everybody's bank and you're going to be broke because you're a non-essential worker, you're no longer non-essential, which means that they're going to dispose of you. And their part of the population program is to get rid of you.
Yeah.
So when you go to that food bank
Either
the next time,
conform to a
because you need the food, you go to the food bank, and when you go to the food bank, they said, well, if you want food, we got to stick a swab up your nose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. It's one person in your car is COVID-19. Guess what? You're all going to the right lane instead of left lane to get food because you're going to go to a FEMA camp for isolation. There you go, brother. That's their plan.
Mm-hmm.
Depopulation.
It's by the book. I mean, classic material, you know, throughout the ages. This, I don't understand. Well, I don't get why people aren't seeing it.
Are you Uden or are you somebody else? Are you Uden or somebody else?
Right.
So you go to the right lane to your Uden, right? You know what Uden means, right?
You got to wear the star.
Yeah. You got to wear the star. If you Uden, you're going to the other place, and you're going to the big house in the FEMA trailer trains where they shackle you and take you to a new place where you're going to be safe and happy until you die because we're going to work the crap out of you and exterminate you. It's like Nazi Germany all over again.
Well, I saw kind of a photograph that it was like, I think the caption said something like, it just amazes me that if it was offered that this would be a train to the COVID-free zone, how many people would jump right on it. And then they had a picture of the gates of Arbeit Mark Fry, you know, and it was like, and when you think, and like the people that I know, they are genuinely have been lied to, manipulated into believing that, you know, this thing is so scary. They want to get on a train and go to a safe place. You'll end up in the incinerator. That's where you'll end up.
Yeah, but Scandinavians like you and me, we're not scared of nothing. You know that.
I
right?
feel you.
Tow truck. Because I'm
I
Scandinavian.
don't know if it's ignorance or a blessing or what.
It's that
But
Viking
I
blood. You don't give a shit.
We're Vikings. You know what I'm saying? We are.
got a limited
You're
understanding
Viking.
of fear.
I know you're a Viking, just like I am.
Mm-hmm.
We go Viking. We're Scandinavian.
That was that got brought up. Some stuff about that got brought up because you got Melinda Gates showed up on a interview, and she was wearing an upside down cross, and it had a ruby ring around it. And so Alex went back to the idea of the Nordic symbol, which is like the peace symbol, and that is a notation of I can't do it with my fingers, but you know, the peace symbol with the 3 and whatever. And then when you put I guess it signifies death, and then when you put a ring around it, it signifies entire death. And so you know, so she's wearing this symbol on her, and not only is she wearing the symbol on her, when she's speaking, she like points to it like this, like, make real sure that you see this, you know. And who actually does that? If you think about it, if you go back in you know, interviews and stuff, you'll see an interview from here up. Not very often you're going to see a medallion that's hanging way down here, and then that she like actually points to it and stuff. And it's all, you know, that kind of message sending that they're, what do you call it? Lesser magic. Lesser magic.
Where did my fucking lighter go, dude? I just had it.
1 minute warning.
Yeah.
1 minute warning.
I was like, oh, contraire, man. So,
I'd go get my bowl, but it's full of rice.
Prepare yourselves.
I gotta get
Let's
my
get
chat.
ready to rumble. Oh,
we have
yeah,
incoming.
look it up.
Time to play the game.
Time to play
It's
the
time
game.
to play the
Yes.
game.
Time to play the game.
For the goat round.
You know, Troll Truck, we're Vikings. You know what I'm saying? Brother,
That's
Goat.
what it is.
we're
Nothing
Vikings.
but nose.
It's time. It's time.
We
I clicked
do
already.
not surrender. We do not give up. We do not
Well,
succumb to these people of the earth that are not of us. We are Vikings. You know that, right?
I refuse to comply.
I've been a non-complier for a
Like-
long time.
Yeah, but we're Vikings. You have no idea. You're a Viking. I can tell
Oh,
just
yeah.
by looking at you.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm almost 70% Viking, Swedish, Dutch. You get it?
I'm probably more Viking than Warren is Cherokee.
you want some Vikings?
We
I'm
stomp.
posting
we
a link
stomp.
in the chat.
We conquer. We do whatever we have to do. We are
What
control the
about
world. We will control the world again. These people are weak. They're
Let's
weak.
see.
No, it'll be God in control, brother. That's what it is.
No. You have no idea what's going to happen to them. The world that we see now is going to be gone. And then we'll be back on the same road that we were before.
Oh, that's
They
the
don't
that's the term I was trying to look for. That they want to put
As far as a goat screaming, saying, "Hey, fire and bowl." Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
Yeah, far and all.
for all
I
your
like the biscuit.
needs.
Yeah, sausage biscuit, whatever.
There
Did you
you
get a good hit there, brother? I mean, I got a pot chopper
The
across the
button's
street,
stuck.
It's Chinese
The goat-
engineering.
The goat was hitting
Johnny.
the crack pipe. Holy fuck.
I'm telling you,
He's right. The button
they-
got stuck.
Chinese
Like
engineering.
goats on dope.
White goats on dope.
men staring at goats.
Have you hugged your goat lately? Oh man! So
I was gonna say, is his tail okay?
don't bend the tail. Oh no, never mind.
Right, it's like the thing's broken; it won't shut up.
So I was not able to get up early this morning before sunrise and look for the Swan Comet. Sorry I missed that. I did get to see the space station 2 nights in a row though. And we got that planetary alignment tonight. They're all lined up.
What about that cloud of debris? What the? I didn't. Was there any? I kept looking for evidence or problematics about that. And
Oh, well, you mean suspicious observer that always talks about the galactic wave and all that crap? Yeah, we're going to be hit by one pretty soon. Yeah.
well, they said
And,
there was a debris field that we were passing through, and there's subsequent
Yeah.
fields. That,
Yeah. It's actually a galactic wave from a supernova that happened years ago, and the wave's going to come by and swipe us.
That's what they're- that's what
like a
they're
spiral
saying?
galaxy and stuff like that.
So
Yeah,
that's what they're selling
whatever.
people? Are you serious? That's what they're selling people? You know what that is, don't you?
I do.
Do you
Yeah.
know what it is? It's we're entering the zone of the debris field of the event horizon.
No, there's no such thing as a black hole. Sorry.
Whatever.
You want to keep with that theory? Go ahead. I mean, I'm not. I can argue with you.
5,600 years it happens. Been proven geologically.
There's no such thing as a black hole. It's actually a plasmoid. like the
I'm not
universe.
saying anything about a black hole, but there is an event horizon even around the sun. It's called the
Yeah, we're gonna hit a wave, and I've seen the trailer buses going
median
by and
field.
everything else.
Before,
I've seen these.
it,
I've seen the sun.
it's called a median field. Okay, between the positive and the negative sides of the magnetic existence of whether it's the sun
Well,
or
there's actually six different. There's actually they say four, but there's actually six different poles on the sun. Okay, not four. Okay. People say that there's four and that they're aligned and we're going to have a solar minimum and all that stuff, and I listen to people and stuff like that. And it's like, no, it's not exactly what it is. Because people ask me, oh, what do you think about this planet out here and that planet out there? And then I actually looked at the sun and looked at the sun, actually looked at it visually. And that's a different story. There's six different poles, not four. So they got,
well, that would make sense in a geological formation of a magnetic field. Yeah, it makes sense. I
well,
understand.
Was
know,
talk about solar minimum now is going to cause a freezing and famine because it's going to get so cold. And it's the same people that were trying to sell
That's how
global
it
warming, and
is.
now they're talking about global freezing. They just keep switching it to keep the fear. Got to keep the fear going.
Yeah, that is.
oh yeah. When I was in the 70s, when I was a kid, I'm 55. So they told me that the Earth's going to freeze, then it's going to burn up. And none of that stuff is real. Okay.
Right. It's all entertainment, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It
all
is. Wizard.
entertainment
No.
because this is all man-made shit. Okay, it's the real nature-made shit. It's the God-made stuff that we have to deal with. That there's nothing we can do to stop. Okay,
Right.
there's nothing that
Right.
we can do to affect it. If we could, we'd get out of the way, but we can't. So guess what? We're gonna experience this shit. Okay.
Yes, but I got a check from the COVID-19 crap from my insurance company
That's
for my
man-made
car
shit.
insurance.
Right.
And then they're going to give me $13 back, right? Fuck them.
Well,
It's
you know how to
totally
protect
crazy shit.
yourself from any of this stuff, man. You have that information. So all you need to do is keep up your vitamins, eat well, and do sober, and you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all right. So
I got a total download from the whole damn universe, just like y'all do get all the time. And there's some things that you guys don't really understand. And maybe you do, maybe you don't. The end of the year is going to be really shitty. And the first of the year, in going to April 11th, 2021, it's going to be a real eye opener for y'all. Get what I'm saying?
oh yeah, what do you say is gonna happen then?
That's when
411.
the war. That's when the war really begins.
The war. Okay.
The war, the real war, the real war, the war that actually is towards the end.
Don't we need
And
don't we need a fake war to keep the fear going? I mean, shouldn't there be a couple of fake
well,
wars
you'll
to just
see, you'll see,
COVID?
you'll
You're
see
talking
it,
about
Kelly.
the opening of the well.
Wow, you're really on there, aren't you?
You know I am.
I know.
You're talking about the
Yeah,
opening of the well and the fabrication of the gates. I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
I know all about
Um,
it. I got the puzzle pieces long ago, brother. I'm not joking.
well, I got them a long time ago. Also, that's why the company dropped. But maybe I dropped my. Oh shit! I dropped my beer. Just kidding.
Jeez.
You know. Um,
Suck it up, pal. The rug ain't that dirty.
I'm just joking. I did drop a beer. I'm just kidding.
Right.
My point is that
So was I. I knew you were, but
Okay, so Truck, let me give you. Yeah, have you ever seen what was that animated series where they were finding the sine waves of life so they could? There was a chunk of what was it? Final Fantasy. Was that the virtual reality movie that they made?
No, Ghost in the Machine.
Well, a chunk of another planet hits Earth. Okay, this is the storyline, and it
Mhm.
introduces a changed spirit, a different like the soul of another planet kind of thing, and along with it, it inserts its DNA inclusions and stuff like that, and starts propagating while it's stuck in Earth or Gaia. They called it in the movie. I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah, I think that was the Final Fantasy movie. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I think they called it Final Fantasy, and
It was like a female scientist and her father who were like the main characters in it.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like back in the early 2000s, maybe.
Yep. It was a decent
Okay,
flick.
right.
So the outline goes how? So they have their DNA inserted to the Earth, but a new
Right, and these creatures
soul
that are
of the
propagated
planet.
from this other soul of this other planet. Okay, it's like it's propagated its life force out, and these guys are walking around, and they have to have special equipment to see them or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, this well that we are talking about is something like that, but instead of it being a chunk of another planet, it is a gateway into another dimension, and that gets opened up. It's the ones that in the prophecies of the Quran. Okay.
So how does this relate to artificial intelligence and quantum computers and
That's how
that
they
sort
communicate
of
now.
thing?
That's how they transfer information into this reality right now because quantum computing can't be understood. They don't even
And
know what it does or why it works.
and so the parallels are there is what I guess.
If you look deep enough into the research of quantum computing, they say that it takes place in another dimension, that the calculations that information is actually seemingly tabulated outside of this reality.
Yeah, and so those are the devices that you were talking about from Final Fantasy that you have to have a particular device. In other words, you
They're a
got to have
different
an implant.
frequency. They're a different frequency. To think about it like that, they are just slightly off of our dimensional existence, just slightly
Did
out
you
of phase with our reality.
did
Like
you
a
all read did you
like
all
a
read my
digital
message?
communication.
Did you all read my message?
No, I didn't. I'm looking.
It's in private chat in the green room.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can't get there.
Okay.
Oh wait, yes, I
Well,
can. Sorry.
Copy that.
was got it? You got it. Okay. If you
Okay.
want to talk about this kind of stuff with me, then you can contact me there. Get it?
Yeah. Gotcha.
All right, thanks, Drop. I'm honored.
Be cool. Be cool about things. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You have no idea what I can tell you, and I think Wizard is right on top of it. See what I'm saying, brother?
Yeah.
I know, but I have a different. I have an adjustment for you. We can affect the outcome. We can affect the ability. We can wake up the right people, and we don't know who those are.
I'm not so sure about that.
I do. I am.
Well, it plays out the same way anytime we look at it. So,
We can give examples. You have them right.
yeah,
One
I
of
know,
them.
but it's like a bad movie every time.
It does, right? Well, that was the threat of the bad movie. But what the bad movies never put in with the good guy can, and sometimes does. This may be the first time in this planet's history, and that's why we're here. And this is the Super Bowl, baby.
Well, it's maybe a
This
Super
Super
Bowl, but
Bowl.
It's really a statement from another lifetime that may you live an interesting time.
I know you catch everything I say.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And everybody may not catch it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I know you catch it, but it repeats over and over again. But I don't think there's a repeat this time.
No, I think this is I think this is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Catch the ball.
It's the
Score the
end
goal.
of the days of Groundhog. Remember
wow.
Groundhog Day? Groundhog
Uh,
Yeah,
movie?
I get it. I get it. I already seen it.
Yeah, that
I already
last
seen it.
night, he knew he did it right. He knew everything was right and got it right. And the next day was the next day instead of Groundhog's Day again.
Yeah, this is no scam, no shield. This is the actual real stuff we're talking about, and we're talking about the real stuff, and we're not talking about any
We're
gain.
talking about evolution, man.
I know that. I know that. I know that.
They,
You know
they
what I
don't
said?
have a clue yet.
No, I do. I do. I actually do. Um, I know that
Hilarious, man. It's gonna be awesome.
when I leave this world, I go to a better world, and you know that.
how do you feel about that? That we're
Take care, Colonel.
eternal,
Be well.
eternal
We
consciousness.
Yeah,
we
Colonel
we
Shaw.
are.
God
We're
bless you. Have a
eternal.
great day.
We're eternal. And actually, I do see a lot of people I know there. They actually go there, and I have seen that since I was 9 years old. So it's not a shock to me to see heaven. Okay, not a shock
That
to me.
that kind of just occurred to me the other day. I was listening to David Icke, and when he said that, I stopped and I had to ponder that for a couple days, because that the whole concept of uh, eternal consciousness and that we have it, or that I have it, is what
We
I really had to ponder.
we always had it.
I mean, I've, believed in the soul, but what I never understood is that it's, the consciousness isn't necessarily going to change, it, the consciousness that I have isn't going to go anywhere, heaven or hell.
It's not the soul; it's the spirit, and the spirit is eternal, lasting energy, and that
Okay.
is the point.
This body is what you are. Your spirit is who you are.
You are. Yes, it
Right,
is.
right,
Exactly. I know
right.
that. But
It,
making
and
people realize that.
that's why it took me a couple days pause, because then I had to reflect throughout my life. It's like, see, because I always, well, okay, but I was working with this thing about my spirit elf. And, like there's this little guy running around inside of me in the forest, and he's happy go lucky. And then let's say whatever. Let's say I smoke a hit of crack, right? And now my little spirit elf's running around bashing into trees and shit like that. And it's like, I should probably, because I never really cared much about my body, like you're kind of mentioning earlier about no fear and things like that, and the Viking mentality and stuff like that. And I never really felt that fear was a thing that really ran my life. It kind of doesn't. And sometimes I blame it on whatever you got, low blood sugar. I guess people that are, what'd you call that, Wiz, where you need that pie? Not hypoglycemic, but
Yeah,
the other way
I'm
around.
borderline. Yeah, I'm
Well,
borderline.
the Viking mentality is going to Valhalla, going to heaven.
Right? Yeah, yeah. That it goes along with a happy hunting ground and stuff like that too. But
That,
but
that's a Chris.
I did research on hypoglycemic people, and apparently they have an aversion to fear. They don't like grasp fear, I guess, the way other people do. And I was wondering, so how was I able to climb water towers and build, you know, multi-story buildings and work with fire and all kinds of crap like that? And I never had a fear, you know. And when I tell other people, they don't even have a concept of it, you know. It's like, oh, you're a welder, and I mean, but if I see it in their eyes. Like if I turn on a torch, they're like, "Oh my god, you know, what the hell is that thing?" And it's my close personal friend and tool. You know, I don't. So I wondered about the fear, and then getting back to the eternal consciousness, and then, like you say, the spirit inside is who you are. And then I started. That's why it took me a couple days to reflect on that eternal consciousness thing, because that explains why throughout my life I haven't had these kind of fears, and I haven't had intimidation or things like that. I haven't, you know, the power structures. You know, the first time I was in court, the judge said something, you know, well, why didn't you contact us? And I was like, well, don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I mean, I don't contact anybody. Boy, she didn't like that one. Told the judge, don't feel like the Lone Ranger. I don't. So there's that thing about fear that I haven't had, that kind of fear. And now it's starting to occur to me about that eternal consciousness, and, you know, that I, like you say,
I have no eternal fear of leaving this world, dying to this world to live in the next. But, you know, and the certain fact is that, you know, I really do not fear this world, because we know we're going to go to a better place.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
hurts.
And
Yeah. It's just the next phase of our.
I think we're all more, people on this panel are more awakened than anybody else in the world, that we know our facts and our life's going to happen. And eternal life is actually die to this world to live in live with the world's Father, you know. So we
But
have
I,
we have responsibility to actually bring others to this world that we talk about.
I never respected people that had greed. I never got along with people with extreme egos. You know, because I never got the purpose of why a person would be greedy or why a person would be egotistical. It just I just don't understand those types of things. I don't get it, and I can't agree. I can't get in agreement with people that, you know, strive for, I guess maybe it's material things, but how they could put themselves so far above others, I never really got that. And then they say, well, you got a low self-esteem problem, and it's like, so you are causing me to be egotistical. You desire for me to be egotistical, and that would be the answer. So I can step on heads and shit on people, and I don't get it.
You don't. Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
But I'm not about that. I'm not about that. I'm about eternal life and where we go with the Father. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't even think about, you know, I give people benefit of the doubt. There's even people out there that don't like the truth. The truth is that there's nothing but love and peace in the next world. Nothing.
Love is all. Yeah, I got a shocker the other day. I was talking to somebody about love, and they were like, pfft. And I was like, oh, you don't even have an understanding. And not only that, when I bring it up, you want to blow it in my face. I couldn't believe it.
All you need is love. Love.
Yeah, John Lennon was pretty good. But he was actually correct, you know. And all we need is love and peace in this world and in the next world that we go to. And that is the thing we're all going to be the same. We're all going to be happy. You know, you look at the next world, everybody looks like they're 25 and they're happy in life. And I've seen my parents there at the table. I saw my wife at the table. My wife come and kiss me and says, I love you, honey. And then my daughter comes and says, kiss me on the cheek and says, I love you, daddy. And that was when I was 9 years old. I had this dream about this. And so I saw heaven right there, then and there. Okay. That's a powerful message to anybody.
Right.
And I know that we're going to a better place. And this physical world that we live in is bullshit. I don't need to fight you. I don't need to fight anybody. We need to have a loving piece of everything. And we also know that heaven is about living together in peace and love. That's
Kick
all there
that
is to it.
goat. I say amen. Kick that goat. Kick that
Here
goat.
come, here come the June. That was an awesome phrase, Canoes, that you put in chat. That was really cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna take me a minute to grind.
That's basically the core. That's the core message of the novel Atlas Shrugged by
Yes.
Ayn Rand.
You know, I tried to watch that movie, and it was like, man. So
you got to watch the first one first.
Yeah, you have to watch them in sequence, and it also helps to have read the book beforehand. But fair warning, the book is a bitch. It's a long, difficult read.
Yes,
I probably couldn't do it. My mentality escapes me. I'll read a chapter, and if I lose my bookmarker, I'll read the chapter.
The movies are good, but just remember this: you've got to watch all three of them to understand the first one.
Yeah,
I only knew there were two. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. When you get to the end of Matrix, it's like, or even like Resident Evil.
Everything else made sense, right? Well, Ayn Rand's book is like that. You have to see the third one for the first one to make sense, but you got to see the first one first. You got to have the whole story.
And when you see the first and the last, you still see what you should see, and those things are very important, you know, to eternal life. Eternal life is the most important thing, because this life on earth is nothing but a turnstile.
Who is John Galt?
Exactly. I love that show. Yeah. But you should see it. You should see the show. You should see everything you have, and what we end up with is eternal life, and that is the most important thing, because we don't live in this existence. We should not live in this existence. We should never have been here in the first place.
I try to watch all three of them at least once a year.
Really?
Yeah.
I try to stay away from that stuff because I'm so afraid of the conditioning or whatever. I mean, I'm wiser than that, but I just really don't waste my time like with shows. So I'm glad you guys suggested this one.
It's more like a reminder. I get you with the programming thing, but it's a reminder that you need to be open and positive and forward moving and relentless in it. Dedicated. The character issues of the individual are what create the magnificence of history, of today.
Our existence in this world, in Satan's world, is not the existence that we have. And there's a beautiful thing that we come across when we realize and we know true love and peace. Trust me.
You guys are settling down myself a lot, because I've often wondered, I can be so influential. There's not like, I've gone against lawyers and doctors and things like that, and I win. And I've never been able to figure it out because it's not that I'm properly educated. It's not that I, know that game or anything particular like that. It's just I have this certain energy or whatever, and I can make things work, man. Tow truck is the name, and it works.
Today's the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I needed a realization,
Sure.
Everyone can realize reality is in no one.
But few take action.
This world is not the world of the Father.
Nope.
And you will find out the true love and peace that you need in the next life. And this is, now that there's certain things, events that come across the end of the year, the next spring of the year in 2021, January 11th, and then 2029 will be the solar blast. And I can tell you right now that this world is not the world that we exist on. You're not a physical being on this world. You're actually a spiritual being within the Father. So there is love and peace there, and you will exist there, not here. Most of the people on this planet will be gone in a short time.
Oh, I
don't joke. I don't joke.
It's hard to take the knocks of this world. Like this morning, I woke up so sore. I watched the above ground weather and stuff, and they were talking about spraying up over there in Canada. And I woke up this morning feeling like I was 100 years old, man. I was messed up, and I'm clean and all that stuff too, and it makes this existence so fucking miserable. Plus, I've been close to death so many times. I've been hurt so bad, and I just, so yeah, this is probably setting me up for some recalibrating. You guys.
This world is nothing compared to the Father's world. Trust me. And I know people don't understand that when I say that sometimes. They really don't. They really don't. I don't know what to say.
Leave the horse. I say fire the bull. One of those, man.
It's cool. It's cool, but in the end, we'll work forward together. We move forward together. And if you're a true believer in the Lord, not talking about God or Christ, because Yeshua is not God, and Yahweh is not God. Okay.
Welcome
We're
in.
not talking about that. We're not talking about that God. We're not talking about the two brothers fighting either, the two cabals. We're talking about a spiritual existence where you will be with the Father. There's no other way to put it. My time on earth is short. Yours is too. 2033, September 23, it ends. The sun changes. It goes to UV light. We're in trouble.
Well, I'm gonna live till I die.
Oh man, they got my label covered up.
I ain't going nowhere for a long time.
There we go.
It is. Hell yeah.
Well,
brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuits Farms.
.com.
.com.
Roll it.
Right.
And smoke it.
Well, I couldn't get those on the shelf, but I do have to go get my tray runneth not. You see that? That is not a good sign. I gotta fix it.
Right on.
Yeah, the trains are rolling, the train's going on, and the train's going wherever it needs to go. And expect, I'll give you a date for one of the things, because most people don't give you a date for anything, right? There's full shit, right? Let's
Well,
give you a date. Let's give you a date, man.
even
Give you a date.
even those that do give a date, most of the time it's just guessing. One way.
Yeah, but they actually happen when I say they are. So September 13th, 2020, a bad day. April 11th,
No,
2021, a bad day.
What's
Okay.
September 13th?
I just gave you the dates. Go ahead.
I'm just asking.
Figure it out.
Well, I mean, there's a couple things on the venue. But I mean,
September 13th, 2020.
right.
Bad.
This September. Yeah.
April 11th, 2021. You don't think I give you dates? I've been giving out dates for a long time ago, and people don't listen, and then they find out. So you
Right.
figure it out, you research it, and you do the trap down, everything else. Because guess what? Those dates are really pretty bad.
All right. All right.
I don't give these out for no reason at all. And I'm not worried about this. And because unfortunately, I'm stuck here until September 23rd, 2033. Give me a break.
Well, if you're gonna survive, I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
I give dates. I don't give you a month. So, well, this will happen to blah, blah, blah.
All right.
So you heard him, September 13th,
You know what?
2020.
I'm not affected by the society as of friggin'.
I'm not either. I walk away from everything. And I'm not worried about my physical mortal body or
Come
anything else.
July, August, I'll be completely self-sufficient. Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's cool. And I'm actually looking at more property down south, and I have this property up here.
And the fuckers, all these bastards can go crazy all they want. I'm gonna be okay.
Me too, brother. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like I said, I guess that's why I take it so cavalier. You know what I'm saying? Because
I know.
seen it, I ducked, and I'm doing okay. I'm gonna be all right.
I take it cavalier because I already know what's going to happen.
Right. You guys all talk about bug out bags. Well, my bug out bag was a 40-foot container.
Yeah, I have a bug out bag. It's sitting on the corner over here, but it's only for emergencies. And I've got a wall of food,
It's in the back.
That's part of these stocks,
Yeah, my bug out bag is my 30-acre farm.
Yeah, and my bug out bag is like
it defeats its own purpose.
It defeats its own purpose.
It's non-transportable, but I got everything I need.
Hey, if all those bastards, because I use silver, and they all turn to fucking zombies, I've only got about a dozen neighbors I can shoot. And I got to get in my car to do it.
Okay, you want to hear something funny?
One of my libtard sisters. Sorry, go ahead, go.
The store that I work at, we have a big sign out at the corner of the intersection in front of the store with lettering boards and everything, so we can put messages on it and everything. Like 2 weeks into the shutdown here in Ohio, my sister changed the lettering on the sign, and it said the zombie apocalypse would be better than this. It was great.
I agree, actually.
You wouldn't feel so bad about lopping their heads off.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Like you said, you're amongst people who are mostly awake, you know what I'm saying? And
it seems so.
we're all talking like this.
Yeah. You guys are actually, but
I just feel sleepy, I guess. I don't know. I feel way outclassed at the moment.
No, well,
skull.
Right on. Right on.
Any Scandinavian brother would know what the word skull means.
Skull.
That's a good thing to say right at midnight.
yeah, I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. I gotta hit the hay, man, because I got a long day tomorrow. I got about
Pumpkin.
Lots of
Pumpkin
love.
Oz.
I'll
I
keep it
got
running for a little bit.
shit.
All right, Canoes.
It's been great, man.
Hey,
You guys are awesome.
Liz, I never seen your hair. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
You know,
I never seen your hair crooked. I never saw it crooked before.
You know what? We already know what's going on. How can we awake the people? I don't know if we can.
Now, at this point, they have to want to wake up. And there's a lot of them. Believe it or not, there's a lot of them waking up, actually. Wait a minute. Amazing job. Maybe you're not seeing the whole picture here, but there's about 30 million people just woke up when they got locked down. All of a sudden, they weren't Democrats or Republicans no more. They was Americans, and motherfucker, we want to be free.
Yeah, well, they're non-essential, by the way. So wake up.
Well,
like I said, you just
think
had
about this. Think about all the Canadians that just had their fucking guns taken away.
Yes,
they all got fucking red pilled.
Oh yeah,
15,000 varieties of guns. That must be Nerf guns and everything.
Including coffee.
I like my 300
Black Rifle
Magnum.
coffee.
That's never going to be taken away. Trust me. But that's for shooting stuff a long distance.
Well, no, it's just the point. People are waking up. Is the point?
At 410,
waking the fuck up. And they're saying, "What the hell happened here?" And they're going, "Wait a minute."
Well, they're waking up to this world, but are they waking up to the other world? To the Father's world? They have no idea. They really don't. Yeah, I know you guys think about this world now, but I don't think about this world at all.
Well, I'm just saying the point is that the more people that wake up to what's going on, the closer they are to trying to be who they want to be.
Yeah, but wizard to this world, not to the Father's world.
Not necessarily the minority you may think it is.
1 foot and
a lot of people that go to church, and a lot of people that read the Bible, and a lot of people that believe in Christ.
The Bible's not a prerequisite for the world of the Father. Trust me. You could be any religion. Trust me.
That is the foot in the door. You know that.
Yes, I do.
So you have to have that. You have to come to that conclusion and that understanding in a personal manner, in a personal situation, so that you can understand the rest of it. But you have to go through that. You have to put that first foot on the floor, and that's the first foot. That's the gateway right there, and the rest of it can go pretty quick.
Yeah, I know, and I actually agree with you on that one.
Okay, the rest of it can go pretty damn quick after that. So, yeah, there's a lot of people waking up. The light is coming alive. It is. Things are changing, and I think that's what I don't think that. I think that's part of what you're missing in a lot of what you're seeing.
I'm not missing anything. I'm very spiritual.
But I'm saying
you miss what I'm saying.
Well, as of the moment, that person or that event is not even feasibly understood.
You're very wise, Michael.
So you have to give it the chance that as you see a negative outcome without interference, you have to.
But I've identified you as who you are.
You have to understand the possible interferences too.
And you're just not Michael. It's just a symbolism of that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get it, but yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't get it, but you did. But you're also a witness.
Well,
Welcome, second witness.
I don't know about all that.
There's also a third witness.
I'm just some backwood hickory grub out in the middle of nowhere, trying to peck an existence out through the apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm just a donkey with my teeth hanging out, with the little bachelor's degree, and you got a master's degree and all that crap, in electrical engineering or whatever you want to call it. We're just one of the donkeys, right?
Yeah, you know what, and I will say this. I will say this because I wanted to change my persona so much. I had to go out and I had to go out and buy the clothes to change my life.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm looking for some homestead stuff, and my girlfriend wants to do that, and she don't want to live over in Washington State, and I got like 6 different properties and all the crap. You can park a trailer on, do whatever you want to do, put a house on it, whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I was high tech. Everything. I was the creator.
yeah,
Tech.
I am actually high tech too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Essential workers. Get it? But at this point, I just want to be high tech and actually grabbing some property and just doing some homesteading. Get the fuck out of here because I can do that right here. But I'm fine with that, and my girlfriend wants to get a little homestead thing. So we're looking at moving down south in a better climate because I don't like the winter. I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You ain't got to tell me again.
That's why I'm not in fucking Washington State.
I'm right up here, over in the ass of it, Washington State. Thank you very much.
Fuck, how far away or whatever in Washington State? You still got a volcano up your ass.
Well, you're in the rain shadow, aren't you?
More than one.
And there's several within range to take out the whole fucking state, dude. Come on.
Yes, and so when I say April 11th, 2021, listen to me very closely.
Right. I know.
Yeah,
You know what's going to happen when that volcano blows? It's going to
I already know, and that's what I told you the date. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you hear what it's saying?
Yep, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait,
what's this bend over and
I get roll dates to roll times and what's going to happen.
What's this?
There's a lot of fakers out there that tell you shit, and then they don't give you a date. Right? Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to blow up and blah blah blah. Right? I give you a fucking date. I give you a damn date.
Yeah.
Just like I told everybody in 2020.
Okay. I'll put it.
This year,
I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
I told everybody about what's going to happen on this date and this time. I didn't know it was going to be a lockdown for COVID, whatever. I knew it was going to be a lockdown. I know what they're going to do, and I told you in October 18th or 9th or what was it? Whatever, October, in 2018, I told you about this year. I told you everything about this year. I told you.
Yeah.
It's in the video. You can go back and look at it.
Right.
October 4th, whatever. I've told you in many videos what's going to happen this year. I told you.
It's right.
It's not a joke. I'm telling you the truth.
I hear you. I believe it. I hear you. It's all good. But
I don't joke. I don't joke about this stuff.
You need to smoke a bowl.
Well, my girlfriend, my last girlfriend who left because she was stupid. She left a dab. She left a dab.
I'm gonna buy you a bottle of Happies in a minute.
No, she left me a dab. So whatever, whatever. There's a pot shop across the street anyway because I lived in Washington State, so I had to go find a, dope. You get the finest GMO fucking smoking crap you want. You know, GMO smoking crap you want. I mean, it's a joke. I mean, I wouldn't smoke it, that pot shop if I want to. Honestly, it's ugly. Tow truck.
Watch for Dane Bramage.
I tell you what, man.
Oh my god, my head's on swivel and swiveling around. It's got brain damage.
Well,
Brain damage. I mean, I'm just trying to be nice here, but I'm just telling you what's coming down.
I know. You know,
the hammer's coming. The hammer's coming down. I know that.
It's you know what? It's not that. It's not that. You know, it's good to know, or good information or not. People just get this. I'm like, I'll put it on the calendar. I'll make a note of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to change how I live my life from this day to that day.
I know that, but you put it on the calendar, September 23rd,
right?
2019.
With it,
April 11th, 2021.
Right.
Okay. Put it on the calendar.
Okay. Think about it like this. Drop. It's the same way people have to be introduced to the truth. You have to plant the seed.
Holy cow.
Grow. Stop trying.
You got a tow truck?
Yeah.
You got it? Did you hammer it down?
Thor is what
September 13th. Yeah. Thor.
September 13th.
2013.
Right. And then April 11th.
When
2021.
Mm-hmm.
So the third, that's what, 2 days into the Muslim New Year, or what is that?
No, it's about events. I don't go into religion. Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, they march around that brick until they're done, and then
I don't know because that's all the dates that I've been given. So those are the dates that you need to pay attention to. Okay.
4/11.
That's all I know.
9/23 and 4/11.
April 11th, 2021, and September 23rd, 2020.
Holy cow.
Those are the dates that I've been given.
Right.
You can take them or whatever. I know Phoebe will actually correlate those dates. Been telling those to that for like 2 years.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. No, I hear you. No, I'm not doubting it all, but I'm just looking at the.
Phoebe's my girl, so whatever.
Right.
She's North Carolina.
Right.
Better stay
I wonder why she don't come over here sometimes.
my girl in Texas just not. She walked away and she's scared to death. And I was like, well, you want relations and stuff like that. She was scared about a lot of things. I guess I don't know.
Well, guys, I've got a call. You want to carry on?
Yeah, I'll keep it going for the next 45 minutes.
Okay.
I got to go.
Guys, it's been great talking to you.
But those are critical dates, guys. And you can actually check them. And when you figure out when they happen, you're going to be really surprised. Okay?
On the calendar.
I don't want to give you any more hints on that. But it's been.
I'll ponder it.
I'll give the dates. I give
night under
dates.
the
I give dates. I don't give you estimates. Oh, it's going to happen in 2021,
well,
2022, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dream well, Patriots, and no, we are winning. We are winning in big ways. And
but I'm not even sick of it yet.
Dream well.
I'm not worried
we were going to
about
be
this
sick.
world.
I'm not sick of it yet.
I'm not worried about this world. Okay. I'm not worried about this world.
Always respect, never fear.
Doobie doobie doo. Oh, everybody left me. Well, that's no fun. Someone click the link and keep me company. Everybody going to bed. It ain't my fault.
No, dude, that was crazy.
Everybody going to bed.
I was like, I didn't even get done closing out the windows. I was like, no, dude, that was crazy. Oh, hold on, I got it. I was like,
echo.
right.
Yeah, tow truck was trying to.
dropped.
Tow truck was trying to drop out for like the last 5 minutes. He's tired,
Right.
and I think Drop had his say and decided it was time. Oh, and here's battery.
Hey,
Here
battery. All right, bro. I'm gonna hit you later. I was just gonna leave you hanging like that, dude. I was like, oops.
When did y'all get on my show?
Okay, I'm out of here. God bless you.
Later, dude.
It's time for everybody to leave.
Yeah, most people are taking off, but I'm going to keep it going as long as people want to come in.
I just got off work.
How's the weather over there?
Wet.
Yeah, same here.
And I'm allergic to this stuff.
Mountain Dew?
No. Wet.
Oh.
But it does keep everything green. Not too good for my garden.
Over at my place, I got probably 14 acres of standing water in my field. My pond has overflowed probably a good 200 feet in either direction. I got fish flopping around in my field.
Scoop them up, man.
Well, the turkey vultures are hanging around. They're eating all the fish. Once the water drains out during the daytime and they're flopping around dead, vultures are flying around, gorging themselves. Yeah, I won't be able to cut the grass in my backyard probably for the next 2 weeks. And I haven't been able to get to it at all this year. It's going to be probably 2 feet tall by the time I'm ready to cut it.
I had some sun yesterday. Had a chance to cut the grass. Wait a minute. I did cut the grass. But first thing to go is the memory, right?
Yep.
Wife cut my hair today.
Yeah, I need to give myself a shave. Well, buzz cut, whatever, with my clippers.
Yeah, it's probably that time of the week I need to shave.
Well, I usually shave my head like every 4 or 5 months, and I'm right about that time when I'm ready to do it. And I'll trim my beard down. Maybe cut the sides off and just wear a goatee for a while.
This doesn't grow very long. Just a little past stubble and it stops.
Well, maybe I should keep the beard because then I would have a valid excuse not to wear a mask because it doesn't fit. And I'm not shaving my mask. I'm not shaving my beard to wear a fucking mask.
Saw a guy with a beard halfway down his chest. And he walked in Costco. He had to put a mask on.
We had a guy, he was photographed in our local paper the other day, He was with a group of people that went to a grocery store, and he went during the time that they're only open for senior citizens and people with, compromised immune systems. So there was only like 20 people in the store at the time. The group of guys he was with, they were all bikers. So they all came in the store and they're all wearing their motorcycle helmets, full face mask helmets. But this one guy, he wanted to stand out. He had a surplus combat jet fighter helmet for like an F-15 or something like that, with the oxygen mask and everything. like a $2,000 toy he's wearing around. It's like cool.
Remind me of Darth Vader mask.
We got there, the plaza that my store is in, we have an empty storefront that's right next door to us. The previous tenant is moving his shit back in. He operates a video arcade with old fashioned, stand-up video game machines, and he's hosting a Corona party night for everybody that comes in wearing full mask costumes. And there's like 20 people that are showing up with like Star Wars shit, like stormtroopers and Vader and shit like that. It's gonna be crazy.
Get a Darth Maul mask. That would look cool, especially, kind of have it glow a little bit.
Yeah.
Or how about the movie The Mask
with Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. No, I had Carrey. Yeah, wear that thing. Spider-Man, that would be neat.
Yeah, I need the Predator mask.
What? Predator?
Predator. Yeah.
That'd probably be pretty hot.
Yo, one ugly motherfucker.
Well, the Predator said that?
Yeah. Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger said it, and the Predator mimicked him saying it. It was kind of funny.
So it must have been the first one.
Yeah.
Like, second one had that black guy.
Danny Glover.
Yeah. I was thinking from Lethal Weapon.
Yep. Get in the chopper.
You see that pistol he was given at the end?
Yeah. Yeah, it was an old flintlock pistol from like the 1600s or something like that.
I believe it was supposedly the one that was used to kill Lincoln.
Oh, okay.
Because it was never recovered.
It's one of the few things that I saw when I went to DC once when I was about 12 years old. And we went to Ford's Theater and the house across the street where he passed away. I always thought that was kind of cool.
But in that movie, it kind of made you think, did the Predator take out Booth? And then take him as a trophy? Okay. Yeah, Booth killed Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Slayer.
I never saw that one.
Oh, man, that was a cool movie. Yeah, I'm watching that movie. I started watching it because, yeah, it sounds like a stupid premise, but they made it work.
No, it's a stupid premise that really worked. You know how there's the whole zombie fascination in literature and movies and everything. Someone rewrote Pride and Prejudice and turned it into Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It was the book is great, and the movie was fucking kick ass.
You know, anybody that wants to get into horror films or sci-fi, they always do a zombie movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's so easy.
It's
and
how
it's
you get
guaranteed
in.
to generate money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie movies are the easiest to make. You hear about that guy that the friend of Steven Spielberg lived in a small town. I don't remember where. I'd have to look it up again. But they were talking around a campfire, and his friend said, "You know, it'd be real easy to make a movie." And Spielberg goes, "Okay, make one." So the guy did. He made a movie called Manos, Hands of Fate. And it's labeled the worst movie ever made. He everybody involved in the movie got an equal share in the profits, which never happened. But if they did, it
I'll
would
be
equal
back in a
about
minute.
400%.
All right, I'm back. I had to run downstairs. The sump pump was making a weird noise. I had to go check on it.
Uncle Bubba, I was expecting zombies, but got tyranny and big hornets.
Yeah, you watch out. You get killed by them hornets, you'll get diagnosed with COVID.
Wouldn't doubt it. Worst apocalypse ever. I'm issuing a formal complaint. The apocalypse was far less zombified than I wanted. Remember to get them Twinkies. Oh gosh, I got a pallet to pick up. Maybe there's two. Oh my, there's a lot more pallets now. How many? Whoa, don't hit the trash can. Be right back. I got to pick up a pallet. Darn it, only one.
One's better than none.
That makes 15 now. All the same size. They're all semi-small pellets, but they're all the same size and they're built really strong. Gonna make good walls. And I wonder if these people over here want to get rid of some of theirs. They're about 12 foot long. Nice wood too. Shoot, I need to do my GPS. Right. Which way do I want to go?
Go to the coast.
Huh.
Drive down to Cannon Beach.
Got to plug in my phone.
I tell you, one of the things that I would love to do if I ever get the chance, if I ever make it out to your neck of the woods, I'd love to go to the coast in either Oregon or Washington in the wintertime and see some of those major storms that they get coming in with all the huge waves on the beaches there. I'd love to see that shit.
Right now, I can't hear.
Check.
Can't hear anything now. I'm gonna have to go out and come back in.
All right.
There we go.
Check.
Yep, I hear you now.
Cool. Alrighty.
I almost turned off my headlights. That would not be good.
Yeah, I was saying if I ever get the chance to go out to your neck of the woods and see either Oregon or Washington, I would love to go in the wintertime to the coast and see some of those winter storms that hit the beaches there. I hear that's really awesome to see.
We went there one weekend just get away from everything, but we had to schedule it like 3 months ahead. I hate vacation clubs. Never do them again. When we got there, it was a stormy weekend, and we thought this is gonna suck, but we have the room. It was awesome.
Oh, dude, the best vacation that I ever took, I went to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, about 12 years ago, and I went in the middle of fucking January, and I rented a beach house to myself for just a week. Got like an 80% discount on the rate because of it was in the tourist off season. And I got the, experience an Atlantic winter storm on the beach. Oh, it was so fucking cool. You had to dress for it, insulated, weatherproof shit. But it was fun as hell just to sit on the beach and watch that shit. Oh, it was great.
Well, we had every room in this hotel faced the beach. And just past the front of the hotel was a cliff. It had a walkway along the cliff with a railing. And down below the cliff was a very nice beach, but you have to walk a long ways to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we could see the waves crashing on the rocks, cliff. It's that strong a storm. And sometimes the spray would reach our balcony. Oh man, it was sweet. And then the weather cleared up a little bit. The waves were still kicking up, but we were able to walk around and look at some of the sights. Go to a nice restaurant, ate a 15-pound crab. Holy, this thing was huge. Just half the weight was the exoskeleton. It was a lasting king crab. It was big as half the table. Never seen a crab so big. But this was a late summer storm, just north of Newport, Oregon.
Okay. It's a big fishing city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We stayed in Newport once at Embarcadero Resort. And that's an old resort, but it's beautiful. And you look out, it's on the bay. You look out to the bridge where that crazy woman tried to drop her kids on.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that bridge before. That's a big ass bridge.
There's lighthouses everywhere.
When I think of the Oregon coast, I think of Goonies.
Yep. In there too.
Out by Astoria.
I rode my bike. There was a military post there. Just north of Seaside and south of Gerhardt. And I rode my bike from this place to Costco. I took a trailer with me, and I filled that trailer up with a whole bunch of snow. I didn't have a trailer. I had 2 saddlebags. I bought a case of water. Imagine how heavy that was.
Yeah.
I had about 75 pounds on the bike, and I rode back. That was a workout. And then a few days later, me and another guy said, hey, let's go ride to the column, Astoria Column. I'm not sure if that's in Goonies. But it's up on the hill. Well, about a mile outside the gate, somebody stops next to him. He's riding up ahead of me, and he puts his bike in the truck, and off he goes. I'm like, dude, you left me behind. I rode my bike all the way up the column. He says, what took you so long? You jerk. That was a good ride. Uphill most of the way. Because the column is up on a hill.
The coolest bike ride I ever did, back around, I'd say 98 or 99, we had this really freak warm spell in like the second week of January. It was like, 0 degrees for like the past month, and all of a sudden we had this warm spell for 3 days where it was like in the 50s. So I rode my bike about 5 miles north to Lake Erie, and there's a public metro park there with beach access, and I took my bike down the cliff, down the stairs, and rode out on the beach, and the water was all churned up and frozen for probably about maybe 300, 400 feet, and it was all just churned up frozen mud, and I'm riding my bike like 400 feet out on the lake. And these people are walking their dogs on the beach, and they're screaming at me, you fucking crazy kid, you're going to drown. You're going to fall through. And they called the park rangers on me in the local police department, and they sent some people down there. and they're shouting at me with the megaphones. They're like, "Get off the fucking ice!" And I jump off my bike and I'm jumping up and down as hard as I can on the ice. I'm like, "It's completely solid. It's completely safe." They're like, "You fucking kid, go home." And then they left. They weren't gonna walk out there and grab me. Like, fuck it. If he wants to die, he'll die.
I did a ride. I forgot what it was for, but it's called Summit to Surf. Now, it had nothing to do with the coast. I don't know who decided the name, but it was from Mount Hood to Hood River, Oregon.
Okay.
And they had moved the ride 1 week later because the bad weather always came at the time of the ride. Well, the weekend of the original ride, it was a beautiful day. Weekend of the ride, terrible. 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And part of the ride, it started in Welch's, Oregon, went to government camp, and then they had an option of going up to Timberline. That's 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
And people were going up there, and they were coming down with snotsickles.
Been there, done that.
They set up a warming trailer so they can warm up. Every stitch of clothing I brought with me, I was wearing, and my rain gear. And I was freezing.
Yep.
I couldn't wait for another uphill because it was drizzling rain the whole time until I got to Mount Hood Meadows. And then the sun came out and made it to Parkdale, Oregon, and they had sunshine and a steel drum band, and we were having a great time. And then after that, I was riding with somebody, we were talking, and a hailstorm hit. And we took shelter in somebody's barn until the hailstorm flew over. That ride was so miserable. I can't wait to do one like that again.
Well, isn't there a big ride that runs from Portland along the south bank of the Columbia River, like out towards the Dalles?
Yeah, that was my first ride, but they don't do it anymore. That was the Tour de Cure.
Yeah, it looks like a really nice route. You know, the scenery is great from the pictures that I've seen.
They moved the Tour de Cure west. Yeah. It's now in Hillsboro, Oregon. And
Gotcha.
This year, they're doing a virtual bike ride.
With exercise bikes or stationaries.
Are you kidding me? But it's free. I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Because, 2 weeks ago, I probably would have paid for it.
Yeah. I'm not paying for anything in advance right now for the rest of the year. And it kind of sucks because I really, really want to get out for 4th of July out to Wizards. But I'm not going to throw down any airfare, at least for the next month. Because
I'm trying to hold on to my money. I got lots of expenses back in Wyoming. So I got every dollar I can keep a hold of. We're not selling anything anymore. Well, except local eggs. But there's no other jobs there, so I had to come out here. Oregon's okay. A little wet.
Yeah, there's a lot of places hiring out here now, but it's all low minimum wage type shit. No skilled trade stuff right now.
Yeah, around our ranch, we have other ranches, so I'm not going to be a hired hand for somebody else. I can make more money here.
Yeah, about the only skilled trades that are hiring right now are the seasonal things like roofers and landscapers and window installers and shit like that.
My neighbor's a landscaper.
The hardcore factory type work, the only thing that's hiring right now is CNC operators.
My next door neighbor does landscaping, and he just bought a new Dodge truck. Big old diesel. It's a nice truck. It's a crew cab. It's not a dually. It's a 4-wheel drive. And he uses his trucks. He's got several trucks for his bit. For it's not his business. He works for somebody else. They don't provide the vehicles. He's got to bring his own.
That sucks.
But he makes good money. And a friend of my wife's, he does landscaping. He's got his own business. He started out working for somebody else, ended up buying, starting his own business. Doing the same thing. And
the weird thing is we're seeing a lot of companies coming up here, especially landscapers from out of state, because apparently a lot of the local companies they're just not doing anything right now because their employees are too scared to come into work or whatever. We had a landscaping crew in last week at my store from Louisiana. They drove up here all the way to work for a month because the local companies couldn't keep up with shit.
Remember after Katrina?
Yeah. Everybody was going down to Louisiana.
The fast food restaurants down there were offering $15 an hour start. And they couldn't get the locals to work. So they were hiring Mexicans. Yeah, all those people out of work. And, they were getting government money. Why work?
Yep.
Living on the cruise ship. Now people try to avoid them.
Now we got a lot of Mexican workers here in my area, but I would say probably 90% of them have like permanent resident status. They live here probably 9 months out of the year, and they've been working with our company for probably 15, 20 years. Some of them do it in the landscaping division. So they're pretty decent.
There was a place I used to work right across the street was a really good Mexican restaurant. It was small, but it was really good food. Everybody liked to run over there and get some food at lunchtime. Yep. And in the winter, they would shut down and go back to Mexico.
Yep.
So they probably in the same position, had permanent residence here, but went back home in the winter.
There's a Mexican restaurant in the next town over that does the same thing, but they stay open in the wintertime, and their winter staff are mostly Chinese people. They'll stay here all year long. It's kind of funny.
When I was in Biloxi, Mississippi, at Air Force, there was about a mile outside the West Gate, a po' boy restaurant.
Okay.
And it was in the same building as a Chinese restaurant. Like, okay, I'll try it. And the people making the po' boys were Chinese. Those were good po' boys too.
Yeah, if I would have I tried to get in the Air Force when I was like 20 years old. And if I would have gotten in and gotten my chosen MOS, that's where I would have went for the majority of my training was Keesler. I was looking to be a combat controller. so I would have had to go to air
Oh my
traffic
God.
control school.
That is Special Forces.
Yep, AFSOC. That's what I wanted to do.
My last National Guard here in Portland, my unit was attached to the air traffic controllers,
Cool.
and they had some cool toys.
Yeah, doesn't Portland, the airport, PDX, they have an F-15 wing, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their F-15s, most of them are made back in the 70s.
And they, I just saw, I think it was last week, they, I guess Trump was out around the Seattle area. They had to scramble some F-15s out of Portland to intercept an aircraft that went in a restricted zone.
Well,
There was people all over the area over there that were, calling in the police department saying, they were hearing sonic booms and everything from the Eagles going supersonic to intercept.
in 2011, I was activated and I was doing security at the base. And we had an alert one night, and we went on the runway, and we blocked off the runway, and there was a F-15 pulled out of the hangar, the alert hangar. There was 4 F-15s in there, and 2 would take off for an alert. The other 2 were backup. And this F-15 was sitting out there, and all of a sudden that tube in the back for the engine on the engine just opened up, and flame come out, and off he went. And in about, I guess, maybe 20, 30 yards, he went straight up.
Yeah, the F-15s can do that. Yeah, we have about 2-hour drive from me in Toledo, Ohio. We have a squadron of F-16s, the Falcons, and it's the 180th Fighter Wing. They're National Guard, but they're tasked with the main NORAD, Continental Defense mission. They were the first unit to get planes airborne that were armed on 9/11, and they were tasked to go try and intercept that plane that crashed in Pennsylvania in the cornfield. But they just, even though they were on afterburner, they couldn't get there in time. But they were the first planes that we were able to get up that actually had armament on them. All those ones they had flying around on the East Coast and everything, they didn't even have any ammo. They just had ballast in their nose.
That night, there was a pilot down in Salem. He was flying to Portland, and he made a very bad joke. He said, "I might as well fly my plane into a building." That's why they scrambled the jets.
Yeah.
He was just flying a little sus.
Yeah, I bet he lost his fucking job.
I think he lost his license. It was his private plane.
Well,
I got to fly a Piper Super Cub.
I've never been up in the air before.
I was working for a company that had their own plane.
I have never flown. The only time I've ever been inside of aircraft were at museums and air shows.
The pilot let me have the controls.
Cool.
And I kept the plane nice and steady. He was impressed. But I even flew a Huey flight simulator. And
cool.
I took off and kept it nice hover and did some maneuvers, did everything perfect. And then they handed the controls over to the other guy, and we rolled 3 times. And then give the other guy control. I grabbed the controls and I got us nice level flight.
He wanted to do some nap of the earth.
That was fun. That was at Fort Rucker, Alabama.
Yeah, I know somebody who just went through there about a year ago.
They got some mighty big niches.
Aviation mechanic.
Yeah,
He's
that's what. Well,
specializing in hydraulics.
I was a crew chief.
I've actually known a lot of people that have gone through Rucker.
Yeah, I one night I was at, we had a beer pit outside the barracks, and I was out there one night. These guys were having me shotgun beers. After the third beer, I was gone. I was like, I gotta go pee, man. I went to the break room, and I sat there and played 3 games of chess with the CQ runner, and beat him 3 games in a row in 3 moves. I was trashed. I'm like, dude, you suck.
I knew a guy that went to Rucker. He was stationed at Rucker, and he had to go do a training flight down to New Orleans Naval Air Station. And him and his crew kept their bird down there overnight. And he got assigned to do guard duty out on the tarmac overnight, the first watch. And he had to kill an alligator that tried to get onto the fucking helicopter. He said he didn't even have time to radio it in or nothing. He just opened up with his M16 and blew this fucking gator away. And within 10 seconds, this of the sound of the gun going off, all the base lights came on, and the klaxon came on, and the MPs come screaming out in the Jeeps and everything. And they, start pointing their guns at him. And he's like, yeah, I shot, but, it's not an intruder. It's a fucking gator.
No. Wildlife intruder. When I got to Fort Rucker, we had time to kill. We didn't go to the unit right away. So they said, hey, you guys want to do some air assault? So we did some air assault. And a couple of guys wanted to do Australian assault. You know what that is?
With the ropes?
Well, yeah, air assault with the ropes. Rappel out of the helicopter.
Yeah.
Australian assault is you're upside down. I said, screw that. Then we still had time to kill, so we went down to the Enterprise to the Winn-Dixie. They have a statue there of a boll weevil.
Okay.
That's a pest.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I guess it's the symbol of the town. Enterprise, Alabama.
Isn't it kind of in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Yep.
Yeah.
But Enterprise is attached to Fort Rucker. But we had 2 days to just mess around in Dothan. We saw an air show. Oh, it was a killer air show. Here, all the crowds watching the F-15s. No, F-16s. Because it was the Thunderbirds. They were doing a flower pattern. I'm like, wait a second. I only count 4. Where's number 5? And I look over to my left. Here comes number 5.
Yep, doing the
Just
sneak
NOE,
pass.
supersonic. Went boom, and people jumped. I'm like, you guys are suckers. I saw him. They were all looking up. And he just snuck up on us.
Yeah, we have a pretty major air show here in Cleveland every year. One of the, historic old air shows that's been going on since the 20s. About 4 or 5 years ago, the Blue Angels were in town. They rotate every year between the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds. And it was the Navy's turn that year. And one of the craft did a supersonic sneak attack pattern on the airport over the shore of Lake Erie, probably about a mile offshore.
Oh, cool.
And he got in so much fucking trouble. He lost his wings. He got demoted. He got discharged because it's a pretty busy air corridor and it's really restricted. And he really shouldn't have done it.
I just got a pulse generator in the mail. About the size of a postage stamp.
Cool.
And I don't have to assemble it. It's already assembled. But I have another toy I got in the mail. But it's all in pieces. I had to put it together. You put a battery source, like a 18650 battery, 3.7 volts. And when it goes through the circuit, it goes through a transformer. And then you have two wires. Put those wires close together. And it puts out 15,000 volts.
Like a stun gun.
It's a lighter, basically.
Yeah.
15,000 volts here.
Piezoelectric. Do you ever mess around with like Arduino or Raspberry Pi stuff?
I'm gonna research the Arduinos because somebody I was watching a video yesterday made a spot welder using an Arduino for a timing circuit. So I've got to research this.
Yeah, I was thinking a couple years ago of
I have a 12 volt
I used
battery.
to be
Start your car.
okay.
I want to use that.
Yeah, I used to really be in the photography, and I haven't been able to do much with it the last couple of years. But the one project that I always wanted to do, I wanted to make either an Arduino or a Raspberry Pi controlled camera rig to do 3D photography with two cameras. There's a special technique if you use two cameras, like on a horizontal rig, and have them pointed slightly inward. You can make some really cool 3D images. And I saw a plan online on Instructables.com on how to make a computerized, micro-controlled, motorized camera rig so that you can track things and do time-lapse photography and have it all motion so it would like twist and turn a certain amount of degrees per minute or everything, but it never got around to it.
I know what you're talking about. I'm a photographer myself, but my camera had a malfunction. I haven't been able to replace it yet. The shutter stuck open, and I could never take a picture with it.
Is it film or digital?
Film.
I have the same problem with an old Minolta. The shutter window.
My brother had the same problem with his camera, and they're both the same camera, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I got a bunch of old Minolta gear, and I inherited my dad's Nikon equipment. Sounds like you're home. Anybody left in the chat? You still here, Crow?
Yeah. Gotta go.
Already, dude. You have a good night, Battery.
You too. My wife's watching Spanish show.
Yeah, Crow, thanks for coming in tonight. Good seeing you. And if anybody else is lurking, I think everybody else went to bed, but if there's any lurkers, thanks for lurking. And we will catch you on the flip side. Good night. Be well.